Hello and good evening. Welcome back for another night of PS1 nonsense. Another night of demo disc diving. As it is Tuesday, we're going back into the PlayStation Underground, as well as a little detour over into the world of VHS tapes. We are going to check out the MTV GameBrain tape tonight as well. A thing that I didn't even know existed. I only found out it existed thanks to one of the other demo discs that we watched last week. There was just a whole ass VHS tape that you could just get delivered to your house that had tips and tricks for, I think, like 10 different PS1 games. And people have uploaded that onto YouTube. God bless the internet. And I just realized that my camera is a little askew. There we go. I can use the level of the lamps to know. Put it back. It's going to actually bother me. Like legitimately bother me. What's funny is a lesson that I learned from a theater person that I really took to heart, even though it wasn't really meant as like a big like teaching moment. But I was helping build a set for a show, and one of the things that I did was I hung up an exit sign with it was like a hand-drawn exit sign. The whole thing was supposed to take place in like a bomb, like a bombed out building. And I put it up and then noticed that it was like a little bit askew, and so I asked the director. I was like, "Hey, what do you think about that?" It's like I put it up, but it's not entirely straight, but I think it actually works. And his response was, "Tilt it more so it looks like we did it on purpose." And I have taken that to heart. So this right now looks like a mistake. But this looks intentional. This now looks like I am straight up one of the developers on one of these demo discs telling you all about the new hotness that is NFL Game Day insert year here. You know, like this is every video from the 90s was filmed. This was the default angle for 90s media, not even video game media. All 90s media. It was all of this. Every single person was Dutch, indeed. This was the only way. You had to watch everything with your head tilted to the side, you know. And that's where Taco Bell got the idea for Taco Neck. An ad campaign that for some reason is in my brain, a thing that I remembered existed. Hey, Pickle, someone's gonna sell me Mountain Dew, Pizza Hut, and NBA Shut Up and Jam. You're goddamn right I am. And then we start putting in like some random zooms and shit, and things start getting like really wild. Like we can go. I wish I had like more like filters and stuff, because if I did, hang on, I actually do have filters. What am I talking about? Oh, I can just I can do my own redeem. There we go. Yes! Now I can tell you guys all about the new hotness, Cool Borders 2. It's a whole game filled with ads for Butterfinger BBs, a candy that doesn't exist anymore. But here, I'm going to tell you all about it. Ooh, tracking. I'm actually going to dolly zoom on a Tony stream. I'd love that. Those are at. I think I tried them maybe twice. Maybe. Otherwise, it was. I was never really big on Butterfinger altogether, you know. That's going to be your sleep paralysis demon tonight. It was like malt, but if malt was terrible. You know, to this day, I still don't really understand what malt is. Is it just nougat that's gone hard? Is it? Because Whoppers are also like chocolate covered malt, right? But what the hell is it? Nougat for idiots. Yeah, I guess that tracks. I always thought Butterfinger was like fine, but it's one of those ones where it's like it is designed to get stuck in your teeth. And honestly, I think I would rather go Chico Stick than Butterfinger, which is even older. But Chico Stick is basically like a crumblier Butterfinger filling, without the chocolate around it. And I like that. I think is better because it dissolves better. It dissolves better. It like falls apart better. Whereas Butterfinger feels like work. Like that is a candy bar you have to like work your way through. Like it's the only candy bar where you need a break after eating it. It takes so much physical effort to get through one of those things. The candy I think I generally vomit if I tried to eat them was Tootsie Rolls. One in God's name was that thing. I had a lot of Tootsie Rolls growing up. They were the common fundraising item at my church back in the day. The Knights of Columbus, as they were known, would sell them by the box. But what was it? So yeah, well that's the thing. Yeah, no, it's decidedly not chocolate. I think we can all agree about that. I honestly don't know what the hell it is. I really don't. It's like I think it's taffy. I think it's certainly taffy adjacent, but it doesn't have the same pull as taffy does. Unless you like warm it up, or by which I mean you let it sit in the car for a while. And what's that? Well, okay, well, so it's sugar. I mean, at the end of the day, the answer to all these questions is it's sugar. It's just sugar that has been processed in a slightly different way. I guess we could look it up. Tootsie Roll ingredients. Yeah, let's search this. Oh, from Tootsie.com. All right, the list of ingredients on Tootsies.com. Sugar, corn syrup, palm oil, condensed skim milk, cocoa, whey, soy lecithin, and artificial and natural flavors. So I didn't realize that Tootsie Rolls were lactose. I didn't realize that they had straight up milk in them. So it's Play-Doh, but with less salt, surprisingly enough. Like all Play-Doh is the saltiest shit ever. It's Play-Doh is crazy as far as like one of those like sense memory things. Like the smell of Play-Doh is so specific and unique that like anytime I'm around it, which is very rare nowadays, but when I do come into contact with it, it's like it immediately teleports me 30 years backwards. Using olive oil with Play-Doh? In what capacity? Is that like some like Depression era wives cleaning, like carpet cleaning thing? Olive oil smells like Play-Doh to you? I think my parents used olive oils to make I'm sorry, your parents made Play-Doh? That's wild. I didn't know Play-Doh was a thing you could make. I thought it was grown naturally on trees that bore those little yellow plastic tubs, and you just picked them off and harvested them. I thought that there was no way. I didn't realize that there were make your own Play-Doh kits. They like to save money. That's the, I mean, legit, like, that's completely and totally fair. I wonder, make your own Play-Doh, not playground. The best homemade Play-Doh recipe. Wow, it's vegetable oil, salt, cream of tartar, water, and flour. So when they say Play-Doh, they literally mean dough. Okay, that's the homemade version. Like, that can't be, well, yeah, obviously yeah, just only white Play-Doh. Well, I guess like actual Play-Doh is like non-toxic, right? So I didn't realize that it had like a shelf life. Flubber was very personal to you. I will say, so I did have GAC as a kid. I had Play-Doh. I think Play-Doh was like a grandparents' house thing, and then I think for like a birthday or something, I was given GAC, and we had definitely like made our own of, I think I made my own of that like in middle school or something maybe. But I man, it's so weird like what a clear memory this is. Cuz we had GAC that was it was like the bright like neon blue color. And I used to love like rubbing that on like different like surfaces and see like how it would react and stuff like that. And I have a very, very clear memory of wearing a white t-shirt that I think had some kind of design on it or something. Sitting in my backyard and rolling the GAC up in the shirt and trying to squeeze it through the shirt material, and then unrolling it and having ruined that shirt permanently. just a giant blue stain across the whole thing. And I remember being like sad about that because I remember liking the shirt. I could not tell you what was on it. I just know that it was a shirt that I probably wore a lot. And yeah, straight up ruined it by doing texture experiments. How crazy would GAC feel if it was rolled up in my shirt? I'm gonna do that, and I did it, and it felt crazy. And then I ruined a shirt forever, and it also kind of ruined the GAC too, because a lot of it like stayed like lodged in the fabric, like in the fibers of the shirt, which just meant that there was less of it at that point. And I think eventually at some point, like either like me and my brother probably like left the lid off of it or didn't like close it all the way, and it almost certainly like hardened or whatever. But see, but like GAC is super easy to make, like extremely, because it's literally glue, contact solution, and I think cornstarch. I think that's it. I think those are all the ingredients to it, and then you just color it however you want to. Because I did, maybe it was high school that I made it again. Because the shirt story, I was probably like 7 or 8 when that happened. But I remember, I have a very clear memory of making it in like we made like green GAC, like in like a laundry tub, like a detergent tub. I think that might have been a high school thing. That might have been a chemistry class thing. That might have been sophomore year. Ugh, God. All these memories. What is this channel anyway? Fucking just talking about old stuff. Weird. Who would be interested in that, and why would anyone build an entire personality around those things? I know, super crazy. You know what else is crazy? The PS1 and all the marketing material that came out for it. I gotta say, I think I'm gonna keep this camera angle. I don't know. It's it's growing on me. It's growing on me. It's certainly. I don't think that this will be a permanent thing, but I don't hate it. I've grown to enjoy it. What up, Dutch? Yeah, we're really leaning into this whole thing. By the end of September, this whole thing will have transformed, and so will I have. I'll be calling everything the bomb and butter and throwing up West Side hand signals. Just gonna, yeah, just over the course of the. Wow, very good. Look at you. What a great little commentary you have thrown onto this. You must be so proud of yourself. Okay. Here's what's going to happen. We are going to start things off with a watch along of MTV's GameBrain. Like I mentioned earlier, this was a straight up a VHS tape that you could order. It was advertised on the PlayStation Underground demo disc that we looked at last week. And it is 90 minutes of just tips for all sorts of PS1 games. But of course, it's more than just that. So I've not spoiled myself on any of this other than the first couple of seconds and a couple of screenshots. There is absolutely a framing device around it, and there is absolutely some choice 90s pop culture inclusions. So we're just going to fire this thing up and see what the hell it's all about. I cannot wait to see like how serious or goofy this is. Because as far as I understand it, it's like legitimately like strategy guide walkthrough stuff, but they have to make it entertaining. It's not Twitch. So, you know, it has to be good. And I am curious to find out how they went about that. So in that vein, let's turn off the tunes. And by the way, the upload of this that I am picking appears to be like a 1-to-1 rip of the VHS. The most popular upload of this has been like up-res to 4K and has been interpolated to 60 FPS, and we're not about that. We have to, we are absolutely not doing that. Lean to the bit, spill water every time with the shifted gravity. I'm not in the fucking haunted cabin. That's for another stream. That is for a different stream. At some point, I will do a stream where I have built a platform. Thank you, Pickle, for the sub to MTV present. Yeah, I will enlist the help of my friend to build a platform that this whole stream can tilt on. And then I will set the camera so that it looks correct. And then I will do all sorts of 1920s era physical comedy for you guys. But for now, this is about style, not performance. All right. So let's fire this bad boy up. And I'm telling you right now, it is starting right away with some absolute heroes of the video game scene. You have no idea how nostalgic for the 20s I am. my 20s specifically.
Turned into a nice, happy bear.
One.
So the mean, grumpy bear turned into a nice, happy bear.
Once
And he lived
we were
happily
innocent.
ever-
These chicks are flat.
Well, some of us, anyway.
I'm bleeding.
Right out of the gate. Right out of the
Have you
gate.
ever, like,
We're getting Beavis and
been with an
Butthead.
older man?
I'm still bleeding.
Would you like to pet my poopy?
No, thank you. Make it stop.
Chew him up and spit him into its beak.
Apply gentle pressure to the accelerator.
I'll be honest, I actually saw very little of this show for real.
I am Cornholio.
The hell kind of a name is that?
Like,
Is that his
the most of the
first
show
name or
that I
Long
really
live the
got,
almighty bunghole. There
I
will
think
be
we got like the
forever.
truncated version of it that was only them doing the music video stuff.
No man should be without.
I don't think I ever saw a full episode of the show. Oh shit, and Aeon Flux. Now we're talking.
What's the matter?
Now we're talking about some weird ass art styles and a story that doesn't make any goddamn sense.
A mission of hate. A mission of fury. A mission of fate. Eon Flux. Mission Infinite.
You know, I was thinking recently that I wanted to revisit Aeon Flux and kind of see what it was all about, like with more mature eyes. That did not convince me to do so. See, I missed that. Oh, God. Oh, this sound. Oh, man. That Sony Music Entertainment logo build. Oh, I thought it was terrifying. Yeah, no, it was very off-putting. All right, we're starting off with the 007 joke, a game that's not on the PS1. Stick it in, press play. Jesus Christ.
Ever since I could remember, games have been a way of life for me.
All right, we're starting off with a Goodfellas reference.
Combat the asteroids. Centipede the missile command. I've played them all.
Hey, you know what? Credit where it's due for them starting with combat instead of Pong. Because every one of these fucking, it still happens today. It's just kind of like, first, it was 2 paddles and a ball. Like every fucking video game retrospective starts with that. So good on them for skipping the first 3 years.
Eventually, all the games seemed the same to me. It was time for something more. I had to get inside.
Official PlayStation strategy guide. We're starting with 2600 stuff.
Scheming. A new box and some salvage gear was all I had.
I mean, that's not too dissimilar from what VR is like today. Some good stock sounds.
I thought I would never make it in. That I was doomed.
Borderlands 4 is
plain
basically
reality
combat.
Until one night when things just went too far.
More or less, yeah.
Guess sometimes you gotta be careful what you wish for.
What if sometimes the tanks were a little bit different? Man, the Quest 3 fucking sucks. There we go. There's some Tron-esque visuals for you. I've never seen Clockwork Orange unrelated. You should. Oh my God, he's in the video game. He's hanging out with Crash Bandicoot at a terrible scale.
Where the?
Oh God, more fucking Blasto. Always with the blasto. Oh, this is good stuff. Oh, he's talking to Lara Croft.
Made it in here. Plenty have tried, you know.
Hey, aren't you that Tomb Raider bird?
Well, it's Lara Croft, usually. Perhaps you're a little lost.
I am lost.
Yo, ain't you that triangle tits broad?
I feel a little funky.
Is that so?
Well, I keep hearing this voice inside my head. When all I'm trying to do is beat some cool games.
Well, coming inside is the first step, Tim.
Right. But now that I'm on the inside, I'm more confused than I was on the outside, just hanging in my room.
Listen to the voice. I'm sure it'll help you.
It's gonna be a long day.
Well, I'm going to have to leave you to it.
Wait!
Just use your head, Tim. It often works for me. Bye.
This kinda sucks. And am I screwed?
Ah, don't be such a wuss.
Hey, who are you? And don't call me a wuss.
You must use your brain to beat them at their own game.
I don't know who you are, or how you're even
I don't know how I feel about the stereo mix.
More specific than that, bro.
I see. Not such a cyber genius after all, are we, Tim?
Hey, you're the big game brain. Why don't you help me out and quit screwing around already?
All right, I guess I'll have to spoon feed you. The object in Oddworld Abe's Odyssey is for you as Abe to free your fellow.
So we get a completely different narrator for the actual gameplay parts. Hilarious.
The cool part of this game is communicating with the other players using game speak.
Correct.
Hello.
Follow me.
Okay.
Now, you don't have a lot of firepower, but your psychic chant can
All right, okay, well, at least they're accurate.
Hold down R1 and L1 until the chant envelops the slig. Take possession of your enemy's souls and use them for your own means. Press circle to let the bullets rip. When you're done with the slig, chant again to kill him, or mutilate him some other way. You'll never have to start over in this game if you don't want to, because you have infinite lives. And trust me, you'll need them. In Rupture Farms,
It's a really good game. It's a really good game. It's hard as hell, but man, it's so cool.
When you hit the dead end, you
highly recommend picking up New and Tasty.
Pull the lever and deactivate the laser. Now chant again to pulverize him.
You can definitely go back to this first game if you want. I think that I don't know, because it controls in such a very, very specific way. Like I mentioned, like it is a puzzle game, not like an action platformer. And I think because of that, I think New and Tasty actually works really well to modernize it in some meaningful ways. I think it would probably be like, if you had never played the original, it's definitely like worth visiting, but it will be more frustrating in a way that the remake was not. Seems more like Mechanarium to me. It's super not like that game. It is absolutely not like that game.
Take one of the Mudokons with you.
Speaking of, we should figure out when we're gonna see more of that game.
Down R2
we should probably talk at some point.
The sligs can't hear you when you tiptoe. Free your buddy by chanting at the circling birds to open a portal. Now go back and save your other buddy.
There's a bunch of circling Lara Crofts.
You can even go through certain portals yourself.
Oh man, I gotta try this.
Next week. Works for me.
What a rush!
To save all your dudes, you'll have to find the hidden areas.
Save all your dudes. Oh, do they show you the... Oh, hey, they show you...
hidden area.
Yeah.
By pressing the triangle button. Walk quickly under the meat grinder and pull the lever. Then roll under and off the ledge. Drop down.
Wow, they're showing you...
Jump to the right. Hang from the ledge until the slig jumps over you. Then pull yourself up and the ugly slig will kill himself. Pull the lever to close the hole. And
just
jump
straight
back
up like
across.
legit.
Climb back up and then walk under
how to play the game.
Pull the lever. That will slow the third grinder enough for you to get the Mudakin to follow you through. Now pull the lever again to turn off the laser and slow the grinder, and have one of the Mudakin follow you. They will fall to the level below. Now drop down and open up the portal to free your 2 green pals. Climb back up to save the other Mudakin. Over here, grab this noose-looking thing and then jump through the floor. Stand in front of the boom machine and press up on the D-pad to get a grenade.
This is what the whole game is like. It's basically
below.
like every screen is its own like
and drop down.
self-contained little puzzle,
Then jump over the ledge.
and it's hard
Go
as shit.
far right as you can and then blow up the mine.
But
Now
it's
climb
worth
back
mentioning
up to reset the portal and then use your chant to open the portal and free the Mudakin.
that it's all optional. A lot of this like rescuing stuff,
Climb back up
it
and
will prevent you
activate
from
a portal
getting
for
the
yourself
true
and
ending
run
of the
and jump
game,
through it to transport yourself back to the main level.
but it won't stop you from completing it. You just get the bad ending.
After saving all your boys, you're
So if
ready
things
to go
do
on
get
to the
too
next
difficult,
level.
you can
First, you have to
skip
get a
some of this
grenade from
crazier
the
stuff.
boom machine. Then ride the pulley to the top and throw the grenade to blow up the mine.
But that said, the stuff that
Then
you do
jump
still have to
down
do
and
for like the
quickly
critical
escape.
path in it is still, I mean, it's still a hard fucking game.
When you first get to the stockyard, watch out for the
It sounds
crabs.
exactly like Mechanair.
These bad boys could be the most vicious.
You've played like
creatures on
3
Oddworld.
video games, my guy. You gotta,
Make sure to check out this hidden area by the first scrap. Don't move when the sensor beam is on you.
You have to expand your genre knowledge.
Once you're out in the open, look for this hidden portal. First set the bomb, then have one of these guards chase you to his own death.
Honestly, this game would be fascinating to
Grab
try to
some rocks
navigate
here
you
by
through.
walking past the bag. Then roll under here and ruin this dude's nap. And roll to check out this hidden area.
Kind of wild, I never actually
Blow
realized
up
each screen
this
is on
slot.
puzzle.
Make 'em
Yeah,
think
I mean,
of mine.
I
Make sure to slip in here.
think I was definitely the same
Now climb down
like
the edge.
growing up. Like because you're just not, because games aren't structured like this, you know? Like the game is very unique.
Mosaic Awakening is
in that-
really a transitional level where
you
can
know,
practice your running, and
maybe
rolling, jumping, and
Up to
well.
like 3 screens might be like
Careful here.
connected in a
Your
way.
own dude will kill you if you don't know the password. Get the map from the directory. Then follow it to the directory where you hear the sound of the bells. Then use your.
But it is a game you kind of solve like one screen at a time.
Open the door. Hold the flintlock switch to light the holy fire. Hold the lever to activate the wells, and then decide whether you want to get slaughtered.
This guy's delivery
by the
is-
Paramites or Scrabs first.
It's committed, I'll say that much. Are they really going through the entire game?
Ceremonia. The first thing you want to do is get rid of the sled. Then jump up and load up with some rocks. Now pull the lever to activate
I think they're going to
the
go
well.
through the entire thing.
Stand on the edge of the screen and throw a rock to blow up the mine.
So, spoiler
Jump in the
alert, I
well,
guess.
And ring the bell to call the Elam.
There's, believe me, they're skipping a lot. They're skipping a lot.
that, and how do I kill it?
Follow me.
You don't kill it. He's your friend. The Elam will help you get to places you can't get
Yeah,
to on your own.
Elam kicks ass.
Imitate your fellow Mudakins. to get
You're on
their
my third
help.
screen, don't worry, I won't remember this.
Even get
Great.
Special abilities.
My place of honor. Good
Sneak up
stuff.
to the slig and throw a rock to blow him up. Over here, throw a rock at the nest to get the Elam's attention.
Okay.
Leave the Elam and climb up to the well. Use the slig at the top to do your dirty work. Then blow up one of the mines with his sorry body. Drop the pulley and
Every
pick
screen is
up
my
the
third screen,
Elam.
so I don't know what order I officially count them in. That's actually more
When you
insane.
fall
That's
through
actually
and shoot
crazier
back up,
than.
climb down the side, pull the lever, and get the password.
I would rather you at
Then
least know
throw it
like what
back
your
up
3
and
screens
climb
are
down the other
dedicated
side.
to. The fact that they are just apparently
Then jump in
Whatever.
again to join your flea-ridden chum. Now, get ready to enter the Paramonian Temple. First, get the Slig's attention, and then jump in the well. Take possession of his soul, and clear a path for yourself.
This guy is dangerously close to turning
Retrace
into a
your steps
1920s
using A
gangster.
to enter the Paramonian nest. The object here is to light all the holy fires in order to finish Paramonia.
Then you're gonna possess
In
the
this
Sligs
nest,
there, see?
Climb up to the top, making sure to grab some meat on the way. Get the bloodthirsty Paramite's attention by throwing meat, and then set off the trigger to get the wheel rolling.
Now put some
Then
olive oil on
return to
them
the
getaway
area
sticks and let's head to
uncovered by the
Daisy
wheel.
Town.
Now climb back down and go over to the directory and listen to the bells. Distract the Paramite and climb down. Throw the meat and quickly pull the lever and climb back out.
Paramites are a great creature
Toy with
design.
the Paramites
They're like evolved face huggers.
and safely ring the bells with
they're
your
they're so unsettling to look at. I love them.
In this nest, drop rocks to kill the Paramites by stepping on the floor switches.
Just these weird bugs
Use
with hands for
standing jumps
faces.
to hang from the ledge so the bats don't kill you. In this nest, a Mundakin
He does sound like he's
going
gonna
to
announce
the
the
spirit ring. These will allow you to blow up anything on the screen.
There is
All
there
the
is
holy
very
fires
much
are
a
lit.
kind of
You'll go back to the Monsaic level.
Sherman's on the march.
The first thing you do here is make the Slig freak out by starting your chant. Then set the bomb and climb down. Drop a rock on this Slig and then pull this lever from the left side. Jump in the well on the first screen and kill the Slig on the top. Now call your smelly buddy to come take you for a ride.
Okay, at this point, I think I'm going to
Get
start
the spirit
skipping
ring and
ahead.
blow up the bomb. Make sure to get your spirit.
Now that I know that it is
ring
like
not
just like
here.
straight up,
The portal.
here's literally how to play the game.
And jump back up. On your return, use dock and
It's cool, but also, you know, like go play the game if you want to see the rest of the game.
Get it. Now, Buzz. No, guys, no.
Oh, don't spoil the endings. I think you'd have as much success navigating through this as you would navigating the main character of Lifeline. I mean, I feel that way navigating you through any game, so why would it be any different? I'm surprised you even know that game exists.
Come on, Brain. Quit screwing around.
Oh, you do watch VTubers. Yeah, no, that's true. All right, we getting some Armored Core action here.
In Armored Core, you're a member of an elite class of mercenaries who do the dirty work for a bunch of big corporations.
Armored
like
Core was a
Chrome
series I
and
could
Morocco.
never really
Like
get
all good
into.
mercenaries, you're in it for the money.
I had
What
very
don't
little
you get, the
exposure
better
to it,
stuff
and
you
what I
can
did
buy.
see, it looked really, really
Before you start a
complicated.
mission, you
But
have
I think
to
it's actually
prove
a
your
lot more
mettle at the
straightforward than it
testing ground.
appears.
This is where you can get a handle on your controls and feedback systems.
There's just
First, you've
a
got to
lot
perfect the
of
technique of
customization if you
strafing.
really want to
Use
get
your
into
R1
it.
and L1 triggers to run from side to side while keeping your guns locked on the enemy.
I should
You can also
revisit.
use your boosters to
Is
avoid
it 5
enemy
was the
fire.
latest one?
R2 and L2
Whichever
are
one came out like a
targeting.
year ago.
This can be tricky, so become a sharpshooter before moving on.
Give me real Zone of the Enders vibes.
When you're
Buddy,
in
this
close to an enemy,
predates Zone of the
press
Enders
circle
by
button to take him out with your laser blade.
a good
When
5
you
or
have
6
the
years.
LS-3303 or Moonlight laser blades equipped, you could do an awesome
I think the first Zone of the
power
Enders was
wave.
2001.
But to do this, you're gonna have to be surgically enhanced. When you first start, keep failing missions until you're 50,000 short. Some
Also,
dudes will fix you
no
up.
Armored
Then
Core
you can
game
press
moves as
circle,
quickly as Zone of the
then
Enders
X
does.
For the power wave. Once you have the skills, you
I don't know
need to
why you
how
say
to use
anything,
your
man. I don't know, you
radar to
probably-
detect enemies.
probably
Blue
watched
dots are
fucking
enemies above
VTubers
you,
play it.
yellow below, and red are on the same level. Also, press
Yeah,
the start
yeah, it does look
button
like
to
Daemon
consult
Ex
the map
Machina.
on
Buddy,
the
this
tricky
game
level.
beat that by like 20-something years.
The first mission is all about making a quick buck. Before you start,
A quick
equip your
buck.
PC with a missile launcher so you can lock onto these punks from long range. At the beginning of the level, inch forward just enough to get the enemy in missile lock. Take him out from a distance and you'll be safe. Then there's one last enemy who's hiding.
It shouldn't be surprising at all that like FromSoft, like by the time they got into like Dark Souls and like all of its spin-offs and everything, like how obsessed people became with like builds and stats and shit. Like look where they started. I mean, they started I think with Kingsfield first, but
it'll cost you big cash, plus your insurance will skyrocket.
They are obsessed about like about customization, like to a degree that I find actually really intimidating and kind of turns me off, I think, from a lot of things.
Now you're gonna destroy.
Because ultimately, it feels like you're making like a lot of like really like minor changes to your build. Like it's like very like small like incremental adjustments to things. When ultimately it's just kind of like equip a machine gun, equip a missile launcher, and you're good. You know, like as soon as you have to start thinking like more complicated than that, like my brain turns off.
Equip your AC with heavily armored parts.
It looks like combat. Yeah, that I agree with. That I agree with.
Once they come and make your way to the rooftops, where there's more stuff to blow up.
Just ignore wholesale and play. Yeah, exactly.
You're cool.
Playing one of these on the PC and playing with no heat, no weight. See, that's the way that I think I would end up wanting to play it ultimately, is just kind of like, don't put any limits on me. Let me go wild.
With your plasma gun. Then lock
You're tell me that 25 stats gives me a certain threshold. Why wouldn't it just be adding this skill does this thing? Yeah.
So you're gonna need to be speedy.
No, and yeah, and not to
blasting metal in your path.
If you're into that level of like customization and stat tracking and stuff, like all the more power to you. But like look at
jam your radar. Grab a head with a filter, or just take a
look at this fucking TPS report. You know, like that's like at a certain point, like I just want to play the video game and blow stuff up, you know, and I know that makes me, you know, maybe not that interesting of a person, maybe, but like ultimately, you know, like this just is not fun to me, you know, like I have a hard enough time, like I'm currently playing Borderlands 4 right now, and I am still enjoying it. You know, like the moment-to-moment gunplay and everything is solid. It's a solid game. You know, it's too bad about everything surrounding it. But you know, like they made another good one of those types of games, right? That game is constantly dropping loot at you, like constantly dropping guns at your feet. And I'm at the point, and I was kind of like this with the first game, where it's just like, is this number bigger than this other one? Good, equip it. You know, like I don't, you know, obviously I will double check like some of it's like if it has like weird variables or whatever on it, but I don't sit there and like hem and haw over every little decision. And that's what Armored Core always felt like to me, of just like you're sitting here like doing fucking math equations to figure out how to get the most out of your rig. And it's just kind of like, oh man, like I don't care. I don't care. It's a robot game. Let me go do robot things.
Come out with laser or machine gun fire. Then take out all the depots and check the map for hidden ones. You'll find another set of depots in the last room.
Even Ace Combat 7 goes like too crazy with it, with like its whole like fucking like aircraft tree where you can unlock different planes. Unlock different planes, I understand that, cool. Then you start unlocking all these like individual like customization parts, and then there's every plane has like 3 different special weapons and armaments you can pick from and everything, and it gets to the point where it's just kind of like, oh god, this feels like homework.
You'll need to find it later in a hurry.
Like God forbid I don't equip the right kind of long-range missile.
Drop all the elevators to the bottom before you blow the generator. It's much faster to fall. When riding the last elevator to the top, start flying about halfway up to speed your escape.
It's funny because like the Earth Defense Force games are some of my favorite games ever. And those games have like hundreds of weapons to unlock for each one of those classes. But the nice thing about it is that you can only ever equip 2. You know, it's just like pick your 2 and go.
Once you're in, don't wait.
You don't have to spend a whole lot of time making your build. It's like as you unlock better and better weapons, you just equip the latest ones.
Time to hop on a blimp to
You have a
stop
short
an
range
enemy
option and a
attack.
long range option, and then you're done. And then it just like sets you loose for just like mindless alien and robot blasting fun, you know.
And lock onto the fighters with their missiles as they fly by.
That's the thing, is like when you look at the gameplay moments of this game, it's like, yeah, you're shooting stuff down, you're setting up target locks, you're doing all that stuff and everything. Like none of this feels like it is informed by a bunch of menu diving.
You have auto map installed. In order to destroy the security mecha,
We only have enough space to hyper-focus on Arc Knights and specific stats and skills of only 366 characters, and their 2 or 3 skills and all their potential synergy with each other. Yeah, see, like that's, I mean, way to unsell me even further on ever getting interested in that game, man.
Now this mission is where it gets ugly. You've got to destroy the computer from a downed plane. Once the transport drops you off, stand on the ledge and destroy the flying robots with your homing missiles. Then take out the nose of the plane, but don't waste your ammo, because reinforcements are coming. To get this guy, circle him.
Everybody has their thing. Yeah, and you know what? My thing is not engaging with spreadsheets.
Well, those organized.
All right. We've seen enough Armored Core.
And in the verse.
I do think I have 1 or 2 of the Armored Core games on the backlog. I think specifically because I never really gave them their chance. So at some point in the future, we'll check that out. And maybe by that time, I'll have people in chat fucking screaming at me.
And treasures of the
I am not surprised by that at all.
Gets off on underwater exploration. You're also after some dude named Simon Black.
This is so weird that Treasures of the Deep is on here. This is a game that was also featured fairly heavily on the PlayStation Undergrounds that we've looked at so far.
But there are a few things to remember.
This game was not a hit.
You're always underwater, so you'll definitely need some air.
This is a game that now shows up regularly on like 10 underrated PS1 games you've never heard of. No, Blasto wasn't a fucking hit. The difference is that they threw a lot of money at Blasto.
Treasure chests, gold coins, and other interesting artifacts.
No, Blasto was absolutely not a hit. People knew that game was trash
traps will give you extra gold.
in the moment.
So ignore these suckers. Or if they give you a hard time, put them on the endangered species list.
I do want to check this game out because it looks neat, and I have a weird affinity for like underwater like exploration games. I don't know why.
In this game, every inch counts.
I think it might be because I have such like a real life fear of like the ocean and water in general.
You'll get the result of your dive.
Bodies of water.
The more loot you pillage, the
Drowning.
more you
I have a fear of drowning. That's what it is.
Hold on, Timmy. How much cash do you have on you?
But I don't have any pockets.
But for whatever reason, like underwater exploration games like work on me unless you're called Subnautica.
Now you better get wet.
A game I have tried
the deep is all about.
no fewer than 5 times, and as recently as like less than a month ago, I tried firing it up again, and I can't do it. There's too much Minecraft in it. There's too much.
Who the hell was that?
There's too much like hunt, gather, and craft in that game for me to really enjoy it.
She'll give you tips on how to get more money and hints to where the secrets are hidden on each board. Try riding the manta ray.
With the company generally scares you for some reason alone. I mean, well, yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, it is a horror game. It's.
All the cargo subs and nab across. Surface and see how much loot you.
That's why very, very few horror movies feature moments where an entire group of people all get attacked by the killer.
Ponies are a smart shopper's best buy.
They wait until they're alone, you know, like things are.
Hitler's lost gold is
every situation is mitigated by having other people around to like center you emotionally when it's just you and your imagination and you're just waiting for the jump scare to happen.
Once you get to the boulder, select the time bomb by pressing the triangle and press the square to release it. Now get some distance from that sucker.
This game looks fascinating.
Now go back to ground zero and destroy and pillage everything on the ocean floor.
I did not realize that you went after World War II era underwater relics in this game. We will absolutely check this out on stream sometime.
Find the ancient Greek frame of Atlantis, and
I think I just don't like being outside. Valid. That's also valid.
Zuma's revenge. Stock up on air and med kits. The cave system is
I am on vacation for the rest of the week, and I don't plan on leaving.
Or plenty of flares. It's dark in those caves. The currents and whirlpools are good things to transport you.
As a matter of fact, I'm doing the opposite. I'm hoping to get a lot of stuff done in the house.
To enter a secret room with a tablet piece. Watch out for the
Although this is the perfect opportunity for me to finally go get a fucking oil change. I've been needing one for a while, and I keep skipping it.
Find the figurine to open the door to the skull rack room. Then follow the caves until you come to the door. Shoot the paddle.
Vacation is reading Arcanine Chapter 15 and getting transported into pure depression. Sounds great. Sounds fun.
Or just jet right past him to get to the skull rack in the next room. Now get out of the cave to the surface before the piranhas and alligators get you.
I'm so glad that the thing that you spend most of your time with enjoying is such a strain on your mental health.
With the porpoise, divers straits will be much easier.
All right. That's enough submarine footage.
And make sure you get moving.
This game looks crazy. I very much want to try this out. God damn, we're spending a lot of time on this one, aren't we? There we go. Turns out you can actually write characters into a real long story and kill major characters. I don't know. That doesn't sound very, sustainable. I don't think. I think it's better when problems are introduced and solved within the same scene. Everyone just makes jokes about every situation, so you never feel that there are any stakes ever. And like Revivify is just a thing that exists in your world, so that death is meaningless. I think all of that actually makes for better storytelling. Oh, good! NFL Game Day, a thing that we can skip entirely.
Aw, man. Hey, GameBrain, you know anything about the new Game Day?
Of course. I even witnessed
that is so compressed through years of transfers.
I want to toss it.
Heads or tails, chat? You tell me. What the hell am I looking at? It's a communion wafer.
Aw, man. Hey, GameBrain, you know anything about the new Game Day?
Of course. I even witnessed the creation of this one.
Cool, let's check it out.
Ping pongs are back, baby!
To make Game Day 98 more fluid and lifelike, they use motion capture technology.
Oh man, I almost said it too. I almost called it for a third time.
Looks cool.
Oh my god.
Need some help out here in the field.
Look at how shitty this game looks in freeze frame.
What do you have for these guys?
Game Day 98 has a ton of options. The most important one is the style you choose from the main menu.
Well, this is getting content ID'd.
You get faster gameplay and really big special moves. In the simulation mode,
this is like actual real. I think this is like the
total control.
This is like the official song of the NFL or something, isn't it? They still use this song to this day.
You're gonna win is if you know the controls. So let's get a handle on them first. Simulation mode also allows you to use
YouTube.
most of the total control moves. So let's go over it.
If something happens at some point where I'm able, where my YouTube channel is able to get monetized, I'm making zero money because I don't think there is a single thing on my YouTube channel that doesn't involve some kind of music that gets flagged by their copyright system. Even like the royalty-free shit that I use, that I have like bought the usage rights to, still get picked up by their content ID.
Or use the R2 trigger to juke and throw an attacker.
It's like no wonder nobody bothers like worrying about making money off of their YouTube channels, and they all have fucking Patreons and merch and shit. Like how the hell are you supposed to ever make money on that website?
L2 plus circle is a double spin. L2 plus X is a shoulder charge. And L2 plus square is a high dive that'll let you make it over the pileup for a TD.
All right, we all know what football looks like.
Use the square button to make
Sorry, football fans, but I'm not going to watch another 7 fucking minutes of this game.
Okay, guys, huddle up. Now listen to the brain. Let's get our act together. Ready? We're gonna.
3rd and 5.
All right, let's watch this guy get creamed. Nope, didn't even bother putting him in there.
Touchdown, Patriots.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if this was Blitz, I'd be way more into it. Especially if it was Blitz the League. The football game where you can break people's bones and rupture their spleens.
Something I got from Laura. I think this will cheer you up.
Laura.
Adventurous.
Oh, here we fucking go.
Intelligent.
Beautiful. He's gonna say beautiful.
Alluring. Laura Croft. Enter her world.
The smile you learn when another weird guy starts talking to you at your job.
I always knew that raiding tombs was a way toward a better and more interesting life. But all the publicity it's caused has been a bit of a surprise.
Are they gonna show the fucking Playboy? Are they gonna show Playboy? 'Cause that happened. That
I
happened.
was born on February the 14th.
What
My
the
father, Lord
fuck?
Finchley Croft, always maintained was a special day. Something I try to keep in mind while away adventuring. Last year, I celebrated the day by tracking and...
Who approved that image? Oh, man.
My family, though, have been less than convinced about my chosen lifestyle and have ceased to associate with me. Even my monthly allowance has been terminated. I still keep a modest mansion in England, though.
Oh, she's so relatable.
Unfortunately, have enough savings to indulge in...
Bring back the other sleep. I hate to break it to you, but that's going to be the thumbnail of this VOD.
Shooting is an art.
I'm telling you all now.
You need to know how to use it. Well, I've got to run. Keep an eye out for me in my next adventure.
Jesus
Doing Raider 2.
Christ. This fucking camera angle.
I gotta get back in there.
Man, the 90s were a mistake. I can't believe we have VHS footage of the first Goon Cave. There we go. Yeah, Crash Bandicoot. Now it's time for my clothes to come off.
What's that all about? Hey, GameBrain, you know anything about the new Crash game?
Yeah, I know Crash is sexy as fuck.
GameBrain, come on, help me out down here.
Close they can get to Smash Go and working his sticks. Yeah.
I was just getting to know Laura a bit when you called in.
Amazing
You
restraint.
gotta learn to do some stuff on your own.
Hey, man, I'm in
crash too. Help me out down here. Give me a break.
All right. In Crash Bandicoot 2, there are new ways to destroy boxes.
All right, time for a detailed walkthrough of all 25
new vehicles and jet
and 5 bonus levels of Crash Bandicoot
also,
2.
make sure to look out for question marks in the
Step by
background.
step, full game
They'll lead you to all kinds
playthrough.
of goodies. Just choose from these first 5 doors. Let's
It's a great game. It's a great game. The first 3 Crash games are
You'll
fucking
have to
great.
watch your footing here, or you might just crash into something you don't want to. To reach the high boxes, you'll want to do a super jump. After you've jumped on the platform and gone up,
First game was
look out
pretty
for
rough around the
stopping
edges,
columns.
but they figured it out by the second one.
Make sure to back up for some secret fruit. Now it's time to
Secret
hang
fruit.
8. Jump onto the jet ski and ram all the boxes. For the Bandicoot eating plants, you'll want to run up and spin your heart out. You'll also find that it's sometimes
What the hell was the
easier to
direction
jump
they
over
gave this
distances
guy?
with a long jump. Press the circle while running. and
It
then
sound
X
kind of
the long
snarky,
jump.
but
sure to stay away
eloquent.
from
Like
the
you need to have good
mines. And
diction
the
so that they
jet
can
has
actually
the
understand, because we are
world
giving
supplied
real
in
information
fact.
here. But make it sound like you're annoyed the whole time or something.
Quickly jump by the hippos. Nail high pickups by cruising over these ramps. Jet through the middle
Be
of these two
simultaneously
whirlpools.
helpful and condescending.
Almost there. In Crash Dash, it's time to be chased by a mean.
They really are going through all the levels.
If you run into mines, just keep going.
Johnny
You might
Carson
just
in a
make it.
trench coat.
Look for this question mark. Then jump and time your
This
spin
game
for
is
this
this game
box.
is wild stuff.
You'll want to
It's,
use the
it's
speed
really
pad
crazy.
to
It's,
pick up the pace, or else you might
let's,
just get
let's
squashed.
give it a go.
You'll find at Ripper Roo's one scary Jekyll and Hyde boss. Stand clear of the explosive boxes, and then strike him after the nitros explode. When you've completed all the levels on this warp room, you'll now be able to walk onto the center platform and head upstairs for some more fun. The new snow levels... in
They're really
Crash
going through the
2
whole
definitely
goddamn
take it up a
game.
notch.
I was joking.
Make sure to watch out for these
I was fully
porcupines
joking, but
and
they're
don't
going
forget these
through.
spikes and into their spikes.
They're going through a lot of it.
Run and use a toughie. And there's you alone. It's time. Fight. Back in.
They go through Tiny Tiger.
It couldn't get any.
Okay, all right. So they go through all but the last like 5 stages. That's crazy. Honestly, here's the thing, like removed, you know, like viewed like in context of having this at the time, this would have kicked ass. This would have been awesome to have as like a resource if you owned any of these games. Obviously, the part where it's on a VHS tape and like trying to go back to like the exact moment you wanted to rewatch on a VHS tape was like winning the goddamn lottery. But honestly, like this would be really cool to have. Like, here's a detailed walkthrough of a huge portion of the game. I mean, Abe's Odyssey, they went through literally like every stage. They went through all the major stages and some of the harder spots in that game. Like there's legitimate information here that thankfully, you know, not for our purposes, but if I had owned this tape, like thankfully, you know, makes up the majority of its runtime and not all the weird, dumb sketches, which I wish there were more of for today. But it is what it is. Like this would have been neat to have. Better than the Pebble and Penguin VHS I had or the Brave Little Toaster one. Man, Brave Little Toaster. I need to add that to my list. I need to add that to my my Discord movie watch along list for so far, like every movie that I have written down to do those. I don't know when those are going to start, but I am keeping just a running list of movies I would like to do in Discord. And they're like exclusively all like 80s and 90s, like kids movies, but like super like offbeat and weird and unsettling. And Brave Little Toaster is one of those. Brave Little Toaster, I actually really like Brave Little Toaster. I like it actually more as an adult than I did as a kid. Not because I think it's a super good movie, but because it's fucking wild. It is it's insane, like how like front facing, no holds barred. We're going to talk about depression, separation anxiety, and the feeling of outliving your own usefulness to other people in the most blatant metaphor imaginable. Like it is fucking the tone of Brave Little Toaster is no wonder like so many kids ended up being kind of like traumatized by that movie, because you might remember like moments from it. You might remember like the dream with like the big crazy clown firefighter nightmare sequence and stuff like that. You might remember the scene of the AC freaking the fuck out and exploding, but those are just little moments. It's everything else about that movie's construction is it's kind of joyless. It is one of the few like feel bad animated features intended for kids. Because I see you put like Secret of Nim and Watership Down, which I would argue those are not. Secret of Nim maybe more so, but Watership Down is not it's an animated movie. It is not a kids movie, you know, like I think that's a important distinction to make. And that is very much like those are doing two different things. Like kids were traumatized by something like Watership Down or Plague Dogs or stuff like that because parents didn't know that it wasn't meant for kids. Like that was very much from the era of, if it's a cartoon, it's meant for children. You know, it wasn't until anime hit the West Coast where the big moral panic started happening. It was kind of like, the cartoons are coming for your kids, you know, like that's when that all started happening. But there were plenty of examples of like adult animation prior to any Japanese influence. People just didn't know any better. But Brave Little Toaster is a kids movie meant for kids that deals with some extremely difficult and mature topics that no child is going to understand. Like truly no child is going to understand. I'd almost say Balto is more of an adventure movie kind of thing. It just so happens to be based on a true story, but I don't remember it being, but what I don't remember Balto being is entertaining. All Dogs Go to Heaven is an interesting one because All Dogs Go to Heaven is kind of, I think All Dogs Go to Heaven kind of like skirts that line a little bit, as most Don Bluth stuff did. Admittedly, I'm actually not that big of a Don Bluth fan. I think Don Bluth has really nice animation. I think his movies have nice animation. I don't think they have good direction. I feel like most Don Bluth movies have really, really odd pacing, and really disjointed storylines that feel like every Don Bluth movie to me feels like they wrote out all the plot points and then tried to write in between everything. Right. So instead of the story kind of like progressing organically, it just kind of like hard cuts to, well, this next thing has to happen in order for this to make any sense. You know, in order for it to count as a story, like it needs to go through these particular things. So all of his movies feel like outlines to me. Most, not all of them, but I'm having a hard time kind of thinking of which ones are Don Bluth and which ones aren't. Because I think American Tail is Bluth, right? Which I love that movie, and I think that American Tail is a more successful. It is, yeah. I think that fact probably scared me about them more than anything. Just felt so weird to watch. Yeah, very much so. I know that's kind of an older comment. I'm not sure what Fox and the Hound was trying to get at. Yeah, so Fox and the Hound was trying to get at the idea that your friends will be taken away from you at some point. Yeah, life sucks and then you die. I mean, honestly, I'm a hound dog. I I would need to watch it again to make sure that I actually like get it. But I think just from memory alone, I feel like the moral of Fox and the Hound is kind of fucked because the whole thing is kind of an analog for racism, kind of. You know, these two different animals that aren't supposed to get along, but then they're separated, and then when they find each other like as adults again, they are immediately enemies, and it's like it's just part of their nature or whatever. And it's just one of those things where it's like anytime any movie tries to do that, it feels like very muddy. Like that's how I felt about Zootopia. Like Zootopia tries to, you know, is going for a very specific type of social commentary, but it muddies itself by presenting this thing where God, this is going to get into a whole thing, isn't it? But like the whole idea is that predators, like the predator animals and the prey animals, now coexist, right? But when someone develops like this like chemical or whatever, it resets the brains of the predators back to their more primal urges. And it's really weird because the whole moral of the thing is supposed to be like, no, you don't understand. I wasn't in control of it. You know, like that's like, like we have to like see past our differences for this or whatever. But the basic premise and plot of the movie still surmises that, but if these certain types of animals aren't controlled, they will go crazy and attack you. So it's not a very good moral, you know. like it inherently misrepresents its own point. I feel like that was how I came away from that movie feeling that way. Just kind of like, wait a minute. You can't say, you know, like these things shouldn't matter when that should be the lesson, obviously. But when the literal plot of your movie is we have to build these rules as a society or these types of people will revert back to their old violent ways and will be a danger to modern society, that is in direct opposition. Like that super undercuts the whole fucking point. And I don't know. I don't know if I misread it or something, but I feel like I felt like I was taking crazy pills because it's like, did no one else get that? I felt like I'm the only person that saw the movie that way. It's like everybody else wanted to be like on like the right side. It's just kind of like, yeah, racism is bad. And it's like, no, I agree, but this movie didn't do that. This movie has some serious problems with how it's trying to express that idea. I don't even know. Oh yeah, Beasters. I think I saw a trailer for, man, ultimately the problem is that I don't even care. I went and saw, I did end up going to go see Toy Story after the stream on Sunday. I was so mad from fucking No One Can Stop Mr. Domino that I really needed a mental reset. And I ended up going to see Toy Story, which I believe is still playing this week. It's the 30th anniversary. Lots of 30ths being celebrated this month. But that movie's still wonderful. It still works really, really well. It's crazy looking at that movie now from like a technical perspective, because it's kind of all over the map. It's kind of all over the place. There are some parts of that movie that still look really, really nice. You like the trees and the environments and stuff like that. There's a lot of really nice detail in there. But then anytime a human character shows up on screen, it's pure nightmare fuel. Like Sid is not, but honestly, Sid kind of works better because he's meant to be like this kind of like more like over the top and stylized look sort of a thing. The first time you see fucking Andy, it's just kind of like, oh God. And I forgot that like he has a baby sister and everything, and she's monstrous to look at. Like it's funny because the human characters in the first Toy Story now truly like look like what some of those like characters look like when you see like those really low budget direct to DVD CG like holiday movies. Like they have that look, and some of the animation, especially on the human characters, is just that stilted and wonky and weird. Like there's a lot of really strange animation in that movie, except for all the toy characters. It's fascinating. It is fascinating. I don't even remember what the fuck my point was. Oh yeah, I saw that's what it was. It was that a trailer for Zootopia 2 played in front of it, and they're doing it again. They're doing it again, where the plot of this one, they say, apparently the plot of this one is there's a snake in the neighborhood. That's the major plot point that they show in the movie, is that Judy and the fox, whatever the fuck his name is, are like chasing a snake through the streets. And like at one point, one of the characters literally says it's like a snake hasn't been in around these parts in years. And it's just like, okay, so we're doing the profiling thing again. We're like I can, you can just tell exactly what they're going for. It's just kind of like, oh, it's going to be, I don't know. I should probably stop talking shit about Zootopia, lest the pregnant Judy artist cabal comes after me. Anyway, more Tomb Raider?
Tomb Raider 2. Just when you thought it couldn't get any hotter. Laura's back, and she's not messing around this time.
You know what?
Got a new...
Here's the thing. This is worse. This is worse. I would much rather have muddy and could use some work, like societal metaphors, than I would drooling over this fucking video game character in such a gross and misogynistic way.
Look, lots of new moves and new equipment. Oh, and let's not forget a new wardrobe. Yeah, she's a Tomb Raider, but this one starts out in open air for once. Even so, there's still a bunch of rats around. Head to the left, blasting up the vermin in your path. Hit this switch and pick up the blade.
Thanks for the gifts of to Zootopia feet fix.
Shatter the glass to get to their secret area. Get by these uptight fellows. Stand to the right. Get as close to the blades as you can. The blade begins to rise.
Man,
make a break for it.
I'm fucked.
Hit this switch to open the secret door. Go back to the main hall and climb.
They're gonna find me. What are you doing, Pickle? They're gonna find me.
Push this to make enough room to jump across.
This stream is gonna go away forever. No one will ever locate
now
the
it's
body.
Time to try out those new rock climbing skills.
Those aren't rocks, those are bricks.
Then take a leap of faith and make your way down the alley.
You know what? Let's go for broke. The Tomb Raider games suck. They are not fun to play, and I have fucking 5 of them on the backlog. They are.
Secret door. Blow away these hounds.
The thing that is not clear from these gameplay videos is that Laura is essentially on her own grid. Is kind of the way to think about it.
The way out through this hidden passage.
It is not a grid-based game, but it might as well be for the way that the movement works.
There's a lot more levels to go.
There is no.
Plus all kinds
there's no
that'll draw you into her world.
There's no idea or system in place that is like where you can kind of like nudge your way forward or very carefully navigate around or whatever. Every time she steps, it's a set distance every single time in every direction. So every jump, every flip, every switch, everything is based on being in a very specific position to do it.
What did I do this
And she's on tank
From the
controls.
occasional butt scratch to shooting aliens.
Oh, mama.
They are not fun games to play. They are extremely frustrating.
You won't have to load ever again.
Not like Blasto. Blasto will set you right. Blasto will at least be funny.
Blasto starts off in Spaceport 1.
And Blasto will be what the 90s thought was funny.
To the exit alive, you might well
Which
want to risk
admittedly,
your life to
get
save
Phil
these
Hartman in a booth
Blasto
and just have him go
Not
nuts.
only are they hotties,
Will be funny.
chances are they'll give you something
More.
special.
Hang on,
Save
we gotta
Uranus,
let's make sure that we
you'll have to
hit
vaporize
our
tons
objectification
of
quota
positive
before.
Either
We gotta
zap
make
them a
sure
few times
we're
or
running out of
hold
time on
down
this
the button
video.
for a stronger blast. Look for all the pickups you can
Every
find.
single Blasto segment has been the same shit over and over. Because that's the game. That is what Blasto is.
First, press this button. Pound these annoying critters. Then take a look through this telescope. Blasto, babe alert. To free her from captivity, hop onto the platform and
It's
press
all
the
these
button on
short
the other
little
side.
little
Now
action
return
puzzle
to your
levels
reward. Hop over to
in
the
this
button
fucking
with this
void.
symbol. Press it, and then jump down and make your way to this newly opened transport tube. Once you make it down, if you're feeling rebellious, try pressing one of the do not press buttons. Red boxes can be zapped to oblivion. Now use the trampoline-like platforms to make your way to the top. Cling to the ledge and slide to the right. Green crates are for pushing.
Slide
Push
to
this
the
one
right.
and climb up to the
Cling
top.
to the edge.
After you've destroyed your enemies, jump past the floating platforms to find a button labeled
Field lock.
Press it.
Field
The door
lock.
will open right in front of your eyes. Now head down the tube and you're off. In Spaceport 2, you'll find
Everybody
yourself on a
blast
center
some
platform
guns.
with
Pew, pew,
4
pew, pew,
paths.
pew, pew, pew,
Make your
pew.
way to the reddish path and climb up to the top. Take out the paratroopers and then go for a jump. To jump higher, just hold down the jump button when you're on the trampoline-like platform.
This looks
When you're solid gold, it
so
means you're
unfun.
invulnerable. No worries for now.
Like, at
Once
least
you reach
Tomb
the
Raider
top,
can
you see
hide
the glass
how
that's in
unfun
your
it
way.
is by
Pressing the
being
button
genuinely, like,
press
really
the
good looking
circular maze of
games.
platforms. To make it
There's a
through,
lot of
you'll
really
have to
good, like,
figure out
texture
when
work and
where
stuff in
to
those
jump
games.
next.
Laura, for what it's worth, like, is
open the
animated
door on the
really,
other
really
side,
well.
break the
Her
glass,
ponytail
and
has
press
physics,
this
for
button.
fuck's sake.
This
Like,
opens
there
the
are
door. The
cool
exit
things
sign
to
speaks
admire
for
about the Tomb Raider
itself.
games. They're not
problem
completely
is
trash,
that
but
the
they
exit's
are,
not
but they're
open,
not
so
good.
you'll have to come back later. For now, head back.
Whereas this,
path
I
will be
mean,
open. Go
Jesus
down and
Christ.
make your way to the first button. The next button in the area is for rescuing the Blasto babe in the cave.
The look of this game to me is interchangeable with something like Bubsy 3D. Like, it's just these meaningless blobs and shapes, all these garish colors.
And jump on the platform. Then get
No
invisibility
real
pickup at the
sense
top.
of what the style is
You'll
supposed to
have
be. You can
click for
see an
this one.
idea
But
of the
make it
style
across the
there,
moving platforms before
but it's
your
not well
invisibility
it's
wears
not
off.
realized.
You can follow a paratrooper into the bathroom. What you do there, you'll have to guess.
It's giving Duck Dodgers. Yeah, I
Now
mean,
go back
yeah.
the way you came. Past the flamethrowers and press the button. You'll have to go back.
Give me
to
some
the
time in
starting
Unity, I can
point
do better
again,
than
and
this,
now climb
genuinely.
up the blue path. Keep going and pass another pair of
Hey,
flamers.
you and
And
1,000
you're on
other
your way
people
to
putting their
Spaceport
games up
3.
for $3 on the Steam storefront. Get in line,
Spaceport
bud.
3 is the final
You want to make the
part of
Blasto
Spaceport
killer,
area.
go do it.
The only door that's open lies at the top of the blue mass of columns. You're not making it through these stompers just yet. But remember the sign in front of them. Now press the button and head to the top of the green mass of columns. This button here controls the stompers. Press it to slow down its frequency.
Oh,
Now
yeah.
head
Oh,
back
yeah, the
to
map
only door-
itself.
Space up the button crosses a bit around doing go have to for itself later. For now, head back. This path will be open. Go down and make your way to the first button. The next door.
Where was it? Further back?
Send yourself on up to
There we
the
go.
tube and you're off. In Spaceport.
I mean, yeah, Jesus Christ. It's terrible. It's terrible. It looks like, look, how do you zoom out, look at that and think, yeah, I did a good job. Yeah. What if Mario Galaxy sucked? That's the question Blasto didn't know it was answering.
A platform will bring you
All right, let's
down
jump to
and
the
towards
end
the
here.
final boss of the spaceport levels.
Wow, and they don't show you how to beat the final boss. Why not show me, Blasto? Save me from having to play the game at all.
Fighting Force is a totally new kind of fighting game. It's got multiple players and combo moves like the fighters, but you get to run around and interact in 3D worlds. You can get all kinds of hidden weapons by destroying stuff around you.
This game and its sequel are games that show up like a lot in like
You can
underrated
even get a
PS1
quick
games.
refreshment, but all this comes at a price. You can also get nailed by the passing traffic.
I've messed with
All
them
the
briefly.
characters
They
have a
are
basic
they're
kick,
yeah they're
punch,
they're,
and
they're like
grab
arcade
moves.
beat 'em ups. They're
But each
honestly they're
character
kind of
has their
like
own
Dynamite
strengths
Cop.
and personal ways
If
of
you ever
doing
played
things.
that, or Die Hard
A lot is a
Arcade,
lot
which is
faster
kind of
than their
a
friends, but not as strong.
pseudo
You
sequel
can still
type
toss
thing.
him around, though. He's
I
got
actually
a
don't know which one
awesome
came
low
first, but
spin
they
kick.
are.
She
It's the
also
same
has a
game engine, the
slide
same
move.
gameplay.
Just
It's the
press
same.
X while running.
They just kind of
Hawk's
like
the
laid out
only
the
one
levels a
with
little bit
special
differently.
Jumping spin kick. You can also grab and do a lot of painful
I really like
things
Dynamite
to his
Cop.
enemies.
That is a very
He's got
fun
another great
arcade
forward
beat 'em
kick
up.
You can do by pressing circle and square.
And Fighting Force,
And a
Fighting
flat
Force 1 and
square
2
by pressing
do
circle
basically
and
the same
double
thing.
tapping back. Mace is a little slower than Alana, but she's stronger. She knows
Actually, a
how to
mode in
slap
Tekken
these
5 that
bad
play with
guys
this,
silly.
and Tekken
She
6.
also has a special
Well, there's a mode in
low
Tekken
spin kick
3 that is like a
The Smasher
side
is
scroller
the
beating them up.
strongest,
I didn't realize
the
that this was
slowest
in
character.
that they had that in
He has
5
an
and 6 as
earthquake
well.
move that'll bring his enemies to their knees. Check out his running.
Well, Death by
rolling
Degrees
attack.
famously
Remember,
had
his
the
strength is one of his greatest attributes.
the dual stick combat
Force
in
has
it,
got
where
all
you
the elements of a
you
classic
tilt
fighting
the
game,
stick in the
including
right stick in the
battle
direction that
arena
you want to
mode,
attack in.
combined with a new interactive world.
Which no one wanted. No one wanted. It's also in there's a Jet Li game for the PS2 that does the same thing. This guy's jerking off. Anyway, oh, okay, we're just getting straight up just Final Fantasy VII. All right.
Okay, GameBrain. I picked up a lot from you so far. I think I've got it from here.
You really think you're up to it?
I think so. Final Fantasy VII is 3 CDs long. Its awesome graphics and cool gameplay make it the ultimate role-playing experience. But it's not an easy one. Here's what you'll need to know to get you through the game.
Hey, good job making it look like you weren't reading off with the cue cards.
Is to talk to as many people as possible. If you get stuck, try talking to them again. They may have something different to say.
You start off in the reactor, and you've no worries until you set the
Oh.
bomb and come across the guard Scorpion boss.
Hey guys, don't attack them.
Our hero character gets to narrate us through the important game on the list.
Oh, these guys never listen.
After you beat him, make sure you talk to your guys on the way out, or you'll be trapped. The next important area is the wall market. The object here is to rescue Tifa from
It's a hell of an
Don Corneo's
opening.
mansion. To do this, you'll need to start by talking to certain people.
I know I
from the
talked,
There are 2 key items you need.
it might have been last
to
week,
get into the mansion.
or maybe
And
even the
3
week
more if
before,
you wanna
but
be
just
special.
like how
The first 2 are
like
a silk
FF7
dress
just
and a blonde
doesn't
wig.
it just doesn't
Then
do it for
there
me.
is sexy
I've tried
cologne,
time and
a
time and again, it
diamond
just
tiara,
does not
and
click.
lingerie or bikini briefs.
But I will
To
say,
get into the Honeybee
like,
Inn for the lingerie, talk
it
to
is
this
one
guy.
hell of an
Continue
opening.
talking to people
It
along
is
the
a
way,
great
and that will
opening
guide you through the rest of
sequence.
the level. Finally, change in the dress shop.
Like dropping you into that world, like in media res, like they do a really, really
After
good job
you save Tifa and defeat the
of building
sewer
all
monster,
that.
Don't forget to pick up the yellow orb on your way out.
Kind of reminds me of the
Pick up
Final Fantasy
items and
VII.
cans at the train graveyard and jump into locomotives to move them and get by. Your next challenge will be when you meet Reno at the top of the pillar. He will encase your dudes with a spell. Attack your own guys in order to free them. The next goal is to get into the Shinra headquarters. To do this, you must complete a few things first. First, stop by Eris's house to learn the fate of Barrett's daughter.
I remember
Next, head to the wall market and stop
the
by
last
store with
time
the machine gun
I
sign.
tried to
Pick up
actually
some
play
batteries from
through
the
this
guy on the
game
left.
in
Head to
earnest
the top of the town and follow the kids
was
to the
many
right.
years ago.
Climb up and use a battery.
It was
to start
after
your
I had
power.
already
Then
beaten
jump on it and
8.
make your way to the top. To get to the top,
And
take the stairs on the
I
left.
played up to
It's
the
kind
point
of a long
where
walk,
you are in the
60
desert
floors. But hey, exercise is good for you. For access to most of the floors, you will get key
And
cards from
it does like the Zelda Lost Woods thing, where you're basically just like stuck in the desert until you figure out whatever like the path is supposed to be, but there's like no indication or whatever. And that was the point where I was done. Like I was already kind of like nah, on like it still wasn't really working on me. And when I got to the point where it's just like you're just stuck here forever until you figure out which way is the right way to go, I turned it off forever.
You must get several mid-gear model parts and stop to fix the center model with each part. You'll find access to the 67.
I think truly the only chance I have of seeing this game through like truly is via the remake, and even then I fell off of the remake. Admittedly, I didn't really start playing it in the right headspace of I'm really gonna sit and play through this whole game kind of a thing.
Equip Cloud with restore materia for the next boss battle.
So I played a few hours of it. I did enjoy it, but I don't know what it is.
You know there's something wrong with the dog that won't fetch. Make sure you kill these guys first.
I like linear games when they intentionally make me get lost. I just turn it off. Yeah, no, I get that.
There'll be a lot more in them later, but for now, just talk to them and get your first summon materia.
Come on, baby, do a little dance for me, huh?
It's always just it's such a bummer when you can recognize, you know, like the importance and the technical craft and everything of a game, you know, and be kind of like, yeah, no, this looks incredible. This is doing like so much crazy stuff. Like this was revolutionary for the time. Like look at this whole world map and everything. Like look at how detailed these backgrounds are. Like the art is amazing and everything. It sucks to be able to like appreciate all of that stuff, and at the end of the day, just feel nothing when you look at it.
And receive a materia from the girl.
You know, like it just doesn't work on me specific. Just on me, I don't.
After your televised march, don't forget to go.
Whereas with FF8, I was in hook, line, sinker. Let's go.
On the ship, once you've
let's rock and roll. Let's go crazy town with all these weird military high schoolers and all their funky guardian summon friends, and let's go through this fucking soap opera bullshit of a story that has enough touching moments and meaningful moments to gloss over some of the dumber parts, and because boy does that game have some dumb parts in it. Holy shit.
You'll know why when you get there.
Generally, how I feel about the Tekken series, and played a lot of 5 and 6 of my own. Should like Tekken way more, but it's just not Soul Calibur. Yeah,
now you'll be off to the race.
I totally get that.
Make sure you pick up the
I totally understand what you mean by that. You know,
after the race, use your buggy.
Well, and we've talked before about like Tekken 3 is my favorite, and you very specifically said like. And they've been trying to make every game like Tekken 3 ever since, and they don't do it. And when they get a little bit closer, all the new players complain about it, and it's never good enough, and no one wants it.
Then pick out 2 other characters to join.
Like Tekken 3 was a very like time and place thing for me, you know.
Now head over to the bonfire and make sure to talk to everyone there. You will now be able to enter the large.
I mean, part of what helps me appreciate Tekken 3 was that it was one of the only fighting games we had.
You can crack the safe on the 2nd floor.
It just happened to be a really good one, so I played a lot of it. But that meant that I never got good at any other fighting game, you know, like.
But to gain the items inside,
truly the only other fighting game that I put any time into other than Tekken 3 was Marvel vs. Capcom 2. And that was exclusively in the arcades. That was like in arcades or in high school when we figured out how to put emulators on the computers in algebra class. You know, like that was it. Virtua Fighter has always been lackluster to me. Virtua Fighter does not feel good to play. I should have do not like the feel of Virtua Fighter. Virtua Fighter feels so sluggish. Feels super sluggish. It feels like water. Yeah, exactly.
Head through the river.
Oh, sorry. Well, I know you won't like this, but like the new Mortal Kombat's also like that. That's how big of a gap it was. You know. of like fighting games that like clicked for me. It's like Tekken 3 and then Mortal Kombat 9. It's like a 15-year difference.
Now's a good time for you to add Yuffie to your crew. You don't need Yuffie to finish the game, but she's kind of fun to have around. Head over to the Western continent where you are likely to find her.
Yeah, 9 and 10. Yeah, I think 9. The way I've described 9 is the first time since Tekken 3 where it felt like the characters were doing the things I was pressing the buttons for them to do. Which I know is true of every fighting game, but just specifically like the moveset and handling of the characters translates better for my brain of press this button, it always throws that kind of punch, press this button, it throws the other kind of punch, and you can dial a combo and do your thing without needing to know a lot of technical information around the rest of it.
Which allows you to summon the mighty sea serpent.
And as someone who played the Mortal Kombat games on the GameCube, like played through Deadly Alliance, Deception, and Armageddon, I can tell you that Mortal Kombat 9 was a massive step forward, a huge improvement over those, because those games were clunky as fuck.
Go to 6 and catch the man and open the door. Then go to 12.
Soul Calibur feels intuitive for the characters. Yeah. Having buttons dedicated to horizontal, vertical, and guard. Yeah.
Go to the forest and get the red orb.
Yeah. I mean, Soul Calibur 2 was the only one that really worked with me.
Place the miners
I played a bit of
and then dig where their crosshairs meet.
4?
Go back through the forest, and after you've searched the area,
I don't remember. Maybe it was 3. Whichever one was on PS3. I played a bit of that. You always know which one 4 is because it had Darth Vader in you. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Once you evade Elena's punch, you can get the snowboard from the kid. Then it's
well, that might be the best fighting game with Yoda in it, but the best fighting game with Darth Vader in it, of course, is Star Wars Masters of Teräs Käsi.
Found in a cave in the center of the map. The second is the Alexander summon spell. First, touch the hot spring. Then go east.
All right, have we seen enough Final Fantasy VII? I've been using it as an excuse to talk about literally any other video game. Wow, they talk about it for a long time, don't they?
Found on 2 paths in this.
Do you deal with this?
All right, good. All right, real video game now. Fucking Parappa.
I need to go just as bad as you. What I had this morning, I don't even want to say to you.
Kick, punch, turn, and chop the door. Or I will fall to the floor.
I gotta go, so yes, open up, you know. Crack, break, fix the door, you know. I gotta go, so yes.
I love this game so much.
It's all yours.
It's too bad the rest of the game. It's too bad Untitled Chapter and Parappa 2 do not hold up. Soul Calibur 3 genuinely one of the best in terms of content. I'm sure I will. I mean, you know, obviously I'm gonna defer to you on that. You would know a lot better than I would. 2 gigantic story campaigns, one with totally original, and then a shit ton of modes. Yeah, and honestly, like that's what I want. Like one of the in the days where everything's unlockable. Yeah, I mean. So that's what I loved about Tekken 3. You know, Tekken 3 had a bunch of, like, already there are, like, for all the characters you start with in that game, there are then a whole second set. Like, there are more than double the amount of characters in Tekken 3 than you start with that you can unlock. And then you unlock Tekken Force Mode, which is then like this like weird like side scroller hybrid thing that they threw in there. And then you get Tekken Ball, which is, you know, like what if the fighting game was also volleyball, you know, and even playing Tekken Ball mode, you're still unlocking more characters and shit. Like it's wild. It's wild. And that's what I want out of fighting games. That's such a bygone thing now, you know, like we don't unlock things in video games anymore. We we pay for DLC that makes it so you can just get everything. What a sad, sad state of affairs some parts of gaming have become. That was fascinating. I'm genuinely shocked at the amount of legitimate information that was contained within that VHS tape. Like I am shocked at at the level of like, no, there's actually it is like actually a strategy guide for a bunch of different games. Like that's honestly really cool. I was really expecting that to be a lot worse than it was. I was expecting that to be kind of garbage, like super overproduced, way too many cuts and edits and everything. And it really wasn't, you know, like once you take out like the skit stuff of the VR things, it's just a guy doing a kind of weird narration voice, but still talking about here's how to play these fucking video games. And here are like legitimate tips for him. So yeah, I that very much seems like the kind of tape that I would have worn out as a kid. You know, like if there was anything that I did more than play video games, it was read about them and look up whatever I could about them wherever available. You know, like I've already told the story about like the Mario Mania book that I had about Super Mario World for a system I never owned and how that book literally fell apart because of the amount of times that I read it. I had cheat code books for different systems and stuff filled with cheat codes for games I would never own. But just reading about them was like enough, you know, like it was enough to get me excited about just the possibility that maybe one day I would get to play them. And I think if I had that tape, well, because I can already tell you, you know, like from my experience with demo discs as we were going through, you know, on Tuesdays, you know, like played the hell out of demo discs, you know, like would play the demos for honestly would play the demo for like Xena, like all the goddamn time, you know, like it was a constant thing, you know, and it was the kind of thing where literally just any information, any taste that you could get of something that was out there, I would become obsessed with. And that tape would have absolutely just like would have been shredded by the time I was done with it. Would have worn down the heads of the family of VCR. Well, with that out of the way, what do you say we dive back into the PlayStation Underground? We're going to pick things up right where we left off with PlayStation Underground number 4. Again, I have not looked these up ahead of time. I do not know what to expect. We did unfortunately, or accidentally rather, jump really ahead last week. Not knowing that these discs were numbered strangely. So we got a little spoiled on stuff, but ultimately it doesn't matter. There's enough gold on every one of these discs to make it worth our time. So let's get into it. Now that our VHS tape is worn out, it's time to fire up the PS1 again and see what the future holds for us in the world of gaming. Once again, I complain about how long Launchbox takes to get going, and away we go. It's Christmas time. Now it's time for fucking games. Santa Claus, everyone's favorite breaker and enterer. Hey, Jerry, hey, the voice actor didn't show up for the gig today. Can you do a Santa? Oh, yeah. I can do a Santa. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, get me in the booth. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, and... Oh, ho, 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 ho. Oh, ho, 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 ho. All right, well, we have $5 to make this, so I guess that's the recording we're going with. Oh, thank God, the return of Spawn, baby. we are right away with the good shit. All right, we got some behind the scenes of Crash 2. Trucks are in. We got the download station. We got some Net Eurose updates on the research and development side of things. We have what I thought was straight up Boston Dynamics, but that's just a CGI render of a dog that they showed last week. And some codes, and of course, all your sick chain wallets. All right, let's start with the imports. Let's see what unreleased game ended up on here. I'm sorry, there's a demo for Metal Slug on this disc. Play at your own risk. This import demo comes from Japan and may cause your American PlayStation to lock up. Should this happen, reset your PlayStation. I mean, I guess that makes sense. The PS1 wasn't a region-locked system, so that is curious. It's just straight up a demo for Metal Slug. Give me some more lives, please. Key config. Okay. Jump, gun, grenade. Yep, that all works. I don't know if you guys know this. The Metal Slug games kick ass. Okay.
Metal Slug.
Very common thing here. No music. No music. Even though the music is some of the best stuff of the games. I mean, honestly, the games are great altogether. But this was a very common thing, and I'm glad that we're finally seeing this, because I feel like I've been made a liar of the last 2 weeks, where in order to save space on these demo discs, they would not include the music tracks, because the music tracks would be separate from the rest of the game files. That's why if you put a PlayStation disc in the console after you've turned it on and go into the CD player, it'll load up all of the game's audio tracks, provided that they were separated that way. You know, some of them were part of the game code, but for the most part, they would be separated out into the tracks. So that's how you can actually listen to PS1 game soundtracks just from the discs themselves, by just using the PS1's built-in CD player. So they were very easy to separate out so that you then didn't take up a ton of room on this demo disc that needed to show us more garbled footage of Twisted Metal 2 and Spawn. So it looks like some of the animation is actually worse than the arcade one. It's like some of the frames have been reduced. I wonder if that is for the demo or if that's just how the PS1 version of the game turned out.
Heavy machine gun.
Because the actual arcade game, the actual like arcade release of these, oh no. Ooh, loading screens in the middle of the level. Oh, they did a bad job on this one. Honestly, I'm glad we're seeing this too, because this was kind of a thing that would happen. You would get like legitimately like bad ports of really good games that took a real beating in the translation to the home console, which was kind of rare. Like, this didn't happen all the time. Oh man, that's awful. I can't believe that.
Thank you. Okay.
Fun fact, the screams sound like Resident Evil crows out of my phone speaker. Hey, there's a non-zero chance it's the same sound effect and they just did crazy sampling on it.
Thank you.
This looks, sounds, and plays worse than the actual arcade cabinet, which in some ways I guess isn't too surprising because the Neo Geo arcade cabinets
Rocket launcher.
were
Heavy machine gun.
okay. They did warn us. They did warn us that the game might not behave as intended. I wonder how much of that is, because we did run into some emulation weirdness last week as well. I wonder if the emulator that I use for these demo discs is maybe not the best one to go with. I'm curious if that happens in the regular demo. Oh, let's turn the snow on. Oh my goodness. Yes, festive. Hell yeah. Oh, now we're talking. Now it's Christmas. All right, let's watch Spawn and get out of the Christmas spirit. Todd McFarlane, the creator of Spawn. Press any button to continue. Here we y'all better get fucking ready. Everybody, all you bad teenagers out there, light up your fucking cigarettes. Your clove cigarettes. What is it about Spawn that appeals to people? Oh, man, we don't have time for that.
I think that the reason that people will like or dislike Spawn is because of the attitude of him. And that he hasn't been quite as polished
yeah,
as
it's the cape. It's just the
mainstream characters that are out there, Superman and Batman and Spider-Man and stuff like that. But because he still has those little kind of cuts on him and those things that can kind of hook you, I think that's the reason for his success. I think it's that mentality of, and it's not intentional, but why people like stuff like Rambo First Blood, that my guy he doesn't push first. But when you do push him, he pushes back with meaning. And so I think Spawn is in that pocket that's, I don't want to say adolescence. Adolescence is being too much of a stereotype, but adolescence in terms of right here. You know, I mean, I'm 35 and I think I'm still a kid.
Hey man, he's gonna wear his own IP because he fucking believes in it, all right? He's not a coward like David Jaffe. You really can't sit there and talk about Spawn as if it's cool and then show that gameplay. I mean, I was gonna say, I don't know how much Todd McFarlane would have been involved with it, but he's kind of famously pretty close to the stuff that his characters end up in. So I imagine he probably had a pretty significant amount of say in the development of the Spawn game, but I also wonder what his level of experience with games would have been like, and I wouldn't be surprised if he thought that the game was like super cool. What do you want to see in the Spawn video game?
When I look at a lot of video games, I look at them more for, like, if I could play it, would that be cool? And so, again, when I go to video arcades and stuff, I can sit there and go, I've never played any of these, but if I was gonna plunk down my 50 cents, this would be the game. Right,
you know,
here,
a modern Spawn game could work. I think if they did do it as like a character action game, it has the potential to do it.
Something there that, to me, this is the best.
The thing is, though, is he's like a big, like bulky character, so I don't know.
At some level, there's a million scrolling games. So how
could be
can
kind of
you
a, it'd be some, it would be an interesting
of these things and not
interesting
create
movement set.
original, because it's like, you know.
Can I just say I love the visual of him?
None of us are that good that we can come up with that.
Pointing at the screen, looking at the fucking Spawn video game while Winnie the Pooh is on the wall in the background.
I'm trying to keep Sony in the mindset, and they've been very good.
So is Kratos. Yeah, but Kratos has like, you know, big. Well, I guess if you look at like the modern God of War games, I guess they kind of have figured that out, haven't they? When you start adding in all of like Spawn's like abilities and superpowers and stuff, like there's the potential's there.
Within the comic book world is that when I'm not drawing the pages and I'm going, how come you're not penciling the book anymore? And it is because I'm creating toys, I'm creating a show, I'm creating a movie, I'm helping to create video game. So I'm not stopping the creative process. I'm just moving it someplace else. So I still always see myself creating. It just might, some of it is in a public arena and some of it is in a private arena. I still see myself doing a lot of what I'm doing right now, not losing the passion. Right. It just might not be as in your face.
Honestly, I appreciate how much of a nerd he is.
At the end of the day, I go play ball. I take the kids for a walk in the park and, you know, say hi to my wife, and I'm pretty bland, you know. It's just that, because I think people have an odd tendency to say, what kind of psycho thinks these things up? But the thing is, at least in my example here, and I got to believe most of this is true,
trying to remember what Heidi is.
Baby. I don't remember my dreams, and when I wake up, I feel good and I feel refreshed, and then I go into my
he's somewhere between 5'2" and 6'8".
Oh, I'm telling you, bud, it's the only thing I haven't conquered in life is baseball, so... I'm telling you, that phone rings right now and it's Marge shot and she wants me to patrol center field for the Reds. I'm out of here. I dump all this. So, I mean, do I like Spawn? Oh, of course I do. But would I like to play center field in Cincinnati? You betcha. You know, I mean, that was, when I was a kid, that was the first thing that I mean, sports was everything, you know.
I don't want to make any assumptions.
To get the gospel spread, you have to do these things.
Because it's a weird thing to do, and people do it in a really bad way. But
get it out to literally millions of people. You have to use.
He sure does have like a certain manner of speaking, doesn't he?
Are accessible ways to get people to do it. And you just go,
how do I code this?
Well,
there is a world in which Todd McFarlane became a VTuber.
That maybe sold 3 million units. It's too bad it didn't sell 30 million units, right? You know, because again, every guy doesn't have one. So, well, who doesn't have one? We got to go hit him with something else.
He would 100% have a Twitch channel if he had been born just a few years later.
I don't really know. You know, again, what can you do with most
yeah, you know, he's like, yeah, okay.
If you had one superpower, what would it be? Well, that's an easy one. World peace. You know, okay, I'm done. You know, and it's like you're done in one day. But anything less than that, you know, is kind of like, well, what are you gonna do with it? I think if I had superpowers, I don't know that I'd save anybody from bank robbers. I'd probably just make sure that I took care of all the little personal things.
Oh man, life, you know? Kids on camera are so fucking funny. They have no idea what to do.
Kick his friggin' garage in. I'm gonna get my lawnmower and piss on him if he wants it. You know, it's mine. So.
Pardon? Sorry,
and
I was sorry.
So,
I was.
So he functions on the small level, given that.
I was admiring the cute father-daughter moment there for a second, and then you brought up pissing on somebody, and I feel like I missed some important context.
But he doesn't get it. It's too much for him.
Yeah, it is. He's 100% a VTuber.
All the other stuff that heaven and hell kind of throwing down upon him is just noise, and he just wants some peace and quiet.
He likes drawing. He likes cool stuff. He wants video games to be fun. If he could give it all up for a completely unrelated, totally separate dream, he would do it in an instant. And he talks about piss.
Again, the original goal was to have Spawn become a household name, but the real answer is...
Yeah, it's funny how that works out, isn't it?
Half a household name. And it's the guy upstairs that's got the music blaring, that gets it, that's like going... And so that's the half of the house we got to hit. It seems like everything is kind of being shot down to this kind of 5 to 9-year-old mentality. And to me, I don't really want Spawn swimming in that pool. I just think that once kids hit adolescence, all they really give them is really maybe some music and video games. And that seems like to be the only thing we really target at them. And so why can't there be something out there? Why can't there be the equivalent of an MTV character out there, which is what my guy is, that mom and dad doesn't get it. Dad gets it. I'm going to tell you right now. Dad will get it. Dad just won't endorse it when mom's around. Right? So mom won't get it. So she's not going to endorse it. Dad just goes, just keep it away from Mom.
The guy is genuine, you know, like I will give him that. I might not be into the stuff that he makes, but you can't argue that he doesn't get, like he gets what he does, you know. To go back to a question, I mean, I'm good. I don't need to watch it a second time. Let's back up out of here. That guy has the podcaster vibe from 30 years. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he would absolutely have he would 100% have a podcast. He would have a podcast where every episode you're just waiting for they're like right on the edge of at what point is he going to start complaining about how you can't make a joke about anything these days. Like, he might never actually say it, but there's going to be you're going to get like that sense about it, you know. That's always going to be kind of like lingering in the air, just threatening. All right, give me the behind-the-scenes scoop on Crash Bandicoot 2. Finally a thing I'm into.
Hi, I'm Jason Rubin from Naughty Dog.
Hey, Jason. How's it going on that green screen, bud?
Cortex Strikes Back.
Crash Bandicoot 2 has a very refined...
Oh, Mark Cerny is back! He has updated his hairstyle slightly. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Mark, I didn't mean to speed past you.
Crash levels are access to a workroom, allowing players to choose which levels he or she would like to attempt next. The levels are larger, with more branches, and they allow greater freedom of movement and camera control. There are far more secret areas, with over 1/3 of the game off the main path.
God, Mark said, I have nothing against the guy, but he has such just a robotic way of delivering information.
The art's changed drastically between Crash 1 and Crash 2. Crash 1's end.
He obviously super cares about his characters and the worlds he creates and everything, and he believes in his products, but god damn,
he do neat environmental effect things that bring the viewer in.
He is so CEO coded for such a massive nerd.
Procedural rain, which is actual 3D raindrops that come through the environment.
Yeah, the audio mixing on this isn't great. I'm sorry, I'll shut the fuck up.
As if it's in 3D and you're looking at a down angle with the rain. On a snow level, when you're running into the snow comes at you and makes you feel like you're in the level. We have a specular renderer on our gems, which allow the gems to look like gems as opposed to look like really flat shaded things rotating. We have reflection effects in the ice that make Crash Bandicoot and everything else in the environment reflect in the ice, making it really feel like ice. We've been able to add a whole slew of new things to each and every level based on the fact that instead of saying, okay, let's go make Crash 1.5, use the same engine, make some new levels, we did Crash 2.
The difference between Crash 1 and Crash 2 is night and day. It's wild, like how much better literally every part of Crash 2 is.
15 times as much storage for animation in the game, and over 20 times as much animation total in the game, allowing almost every death to have its own unique animation that goes along with it.
Yep, that's when they started doing individual animated death sequences. They leaned even harder into all of this stuff and warped.
Run, but you can also ride on the back of a bear cub. You can run away from a boulder. You can ride on a jet ski.
You can run away
ride
from
on
a
jetpack that's actually free floating.
Put it on the back of the box.
You can do a lot of things you
Crash
never did
2,
before.
you can run away from a boulder.
You've never seen before in any other game. For example, there are levels where Crash can jump up in the air, spin around, and dive underground, creating a little mound. And he can then move around as this mound, getting by everything that's on the surface, but still attacking them by sticking his arm up and spinning them away.
That's right, this game has mound mode.
One of the cool new things in Crash Bandicoot 2 are the lip-synced, like, holographic characters in the warp room.
Game over.
These are particularly cool because they're a combination of tons of people on the team's individual efforts. You got like animators who had to do the facial expressions, the lip syncing with the dialogue, the textures. And you had programmers doing like the holographic effect, the lens flare, audio, video spooling, and lip syncing. And it all comes together and brings an artificial character to life in a way that I don't think we've seen before in video games. Another thing I'm really proud of.
Hey, wrong. The character animation in this game is terrific.
The CD to bring to the player levels that are probably about 10 times as large as the memory.
The angles keep changing.
Laying the whole level out on disc and bringing it in piece by piece in a transparent manner. This is a really complicated, tricky technology.
God, I love this kind of fucking footage. No, we're gonna tighten up the graphics on level 3.
CD to bring more detail, more game objects, just
this
stuff
super staged B-roll bullshit.
Another thing we're proud of is the sheer number of polygons we muscle through the Crash engine. Just a real lot of detail on the screen, and I think that we can pretty much say that no other next generation game has as much background detail.
Nothing's changed. Nothing has changed. It's still all about the fucking polygon counts. It's still about, man. See, they're lucky because they made a really good game that lived up to those kind of claims, but we're still doing that. We're still doing that shit. Well, now we're doing the opposite. We're now the CEO of a company is actively out there on the internet fucking antagonizing his own player base to be kind of like, you guys should have just buy a better PC. And it's like, no, you fuck. Like, you need to optimize your fucking games better. Everyone just flow charts on whiteboards at each other competitively during the game design process. Yeah, lots of people just standing up and like, aggressively erasing what someone just wrote without even considering the information. All right, Event Center, where are we going? Oh, we're going to Comic-Con, baby. This'll be classy.
Over 40,000 comic book fans recently came together in San Diego, California for this year's Comic-Con International.
Wow, look at all the open space that people have to walk around in.
Since it's the largest comic convention in the United States, every comic book publisher was represented. Because many of the
fucking line up for Croc, baby!
The PlayStation folks were on hand to give conventioneers a taste of the upcoming titles. The PlayStation Underground brought the cameras along to show you.
It's actually crazy to look at this and not see the place absolutely swarming with like cosplayers and iPads on sticks
and every other comic-related item you can think of.
Yeah, buy a bunch of unlicensed shirts.
Characters you'll see in upcoming video games.
More fucking Spawn. We can never not be talking about Spawn. Oh, where is that Queen Xenomorph hanging out?
Looks like just about everyone's a subscriber.
How do I get that into my house?
What some of those props from the movies look like up close. Check these out.
Oh, the Batmobile from Batman Forever, I think? The best one.
Where comic book art leaves off, gameplay begins.
Oh, fucking Spawn.
Can a comic book such as Spawn be successfully translated into an interactive video game?
Twisted Metal 2 is dead. Spawn lives forever.
The upcoming Spawn game on PlayStation. They also took a liking to the PlayStation Underground CD, grabbing up thousands of copies, as well as other valuable reading material.
Oh boy.
If you get the chance, we at the PlayStation Underground highly recommend attending.
Yeah. No, I'm definitely gonna zoom in on the CD. Yeah, it's cool. I'm gonna be honest, that sucked. That was a poor look. That was just more. There's just more advertising for the disc we're already looking at. All right, things are about to get way better though when we park ourselves next to the PlayStation truck.
It has 22 wheels, weighs almost 40 tons, and cost over $1 million to build and operate for a year.
Fuck yeah.
Inside, 55 people at a time can preview unreleased PlayStation games in air-conditioned comfort. It's the PlayStation truck. Soon, it could be coming to a town near you.
Straight up, I wanted so badly for the PlayStation truck to show up in my city. And to the best of my knowledge, it never fucking did.
Now it's logging 5,000 miles a month, appearing at sporting events, concerts, fairs, and festivals in a year-long tour. What makes it all work out? Special technology and a unique team of 3 people.
I've been driving the
Special technology.
Probably 30 years.
Yeah, we got a gas-powered generator in the back that fires up the power for your guys' fucking whatever video game things you guys are doing back there with your Bash Manda boots and your...
I'm 25 years old. I like what I do, and I wouldn't trade
your
it for any
twisted
other
car
job right
fight.
now.
I'm 26 years old, going on 14. I'm a tour manager, and we basically run the truck.
Setup at the start was taking about, I'd say, 6 to 7 hours with approximately about 5 people. Now that we've been on the tour for about 4 months, and we've probably got it down to about 2.5 hours on setup and breakdown.
That man is in his 50s. This disc is from 1995. 95 or 96. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's from 97. I'm sorry. My mistake. He's still in his 50s.
Well, the Sony PlayStation truck can hold 55 people at one time. There's 33 consoles in there that are the top games.
Like, look at
There's
this.
About 12 to 13
Look at how cool this
games.
is. Just go in this truck and play PlayStation games.
Our feature game today is Kart World Series. This Kart World Series is not yet on the market.
This truck has just about everything that your living room would have. We have nice
I'm
recliners,
almost
leather
positive
chairs.
that they
We
kept
do
the
have a big
PlayStation
screen
truck
TV
around as a
with an 8-foot
thing
video wall that we run
through the
championship games on it.
PS3.
It's by far the #1 exhibit.
I think it hung around for a
People
while.
don't know exactly what we are or who we are, but as soon as they find out, everybody's there. The truck opens up both sides. Boom,
I mean, at the time, that would have been the only way you would have been able to play the PS3 because you sure as hell couldn't afford to buy one.
To get them out of there to let some of these other people in line.
Our target demographic is, 15, 16 to 25, but, we get 5 to 50.
I love this truck. This is a pretty cool truck, actually.
This fucking frame rate on some of this video.
Online say, my child's in there. I just have to get my child. We've got to go. And then coming in the truck and seeing that parent tucked away in a corner somewhere, just going at one of the games.
Got a lot of PlayStation games in it, for one.
Ah, fatherhood.
A lot of TVs, a lot of hookups. Sound system's great.
The PlayStation truck.
Oh,
60,000
God.
visitors in the first 5
Oh,
months.
God. Don't
It
let
could be
that
coming
kid
soon
in. He's
to a
going to ruin
parking
it for
lot near you.
everybody.
Check PlayStation on tour at www.playstation.com.
I just did a search for PlayStation truck years of operation. Well, all that got me was a bunch of Reddit posts. Is there just like a wiki article on just the PlayStation truck? Damn. All right, what does Reddit have to say? What happened to the PlayStation truck? I watched one of the old PlayStation... Oh, wow. This is from 2 years ago. I watched one of the old PlayStation Underground discs for 90s nostalgia tonight. One of the videos was about a custom semi-trailer Sony had built in 97. Open like a carnival ride or game into an air-conditioned space with 30 PlayStations inside of it. All right, someone says that they saw one for the PS2. I think they're asking about the literal truck, like what happened to it. I'm curious. Why am I getting? Oh man, all the other Google's fucking dead, man. Like all the other things are like Euro Truck Simulator, American Truck Simulator. Are these the things that you mean? It's like no, bitch. PlayStation Truck, the cool thing. There was a blog post on the PlayStation website from 2007. The time to use Bing unironically might be near. I have genuinely thought about switching over. I actually have thought about that. Okay, well, this person name drops PlayStation Trucks. This is the marketing program manager from PlayStation as of 2007. Name dropping. One of the few places we've always had a chance to talk directly with our consumers from the very beginning is on our PlayStation Trucks. So I think so. It must have been around for at least. Yeah. He references somebody going to a Best Buy in January and visited the PlayStation Truck. This was in 2007. So they kept that rolling for a while. They kept that program going for a hot minute. And why wouldn't you? Like it's a cool idea. It might not be very practical, all things considered, but like it's cool for a truck to show up in your neighborhood and it's like, here's a bunch of fucking video games. Go nuts. You know, like that. You say PlayStation Truck enough times it bursts through your front door Kool-Aid style. Yeah. All right, Net Eurose time. Let's get into some R&D shit. Because these Eurose games were created by consumers and do not conform to Sony's quality assurance guidelines, they may cause your PlayStation to lock up. Lots of dead ends on this disc, baby. All right, we have Gazgar versus Gazgar and Super Mansion, which I think I actually have. Do I have the ROM for this? Or do I just know it exists? This is not my first time seeing Super Mansion. All right. Ballsy to put the disclaimer on the same disc as Spawn. Which part, about locking up your PlayStation or about the Sony seal of approval? There we go. Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't understand what's happening. I'm grabbing these balls to give me ammo to shoot that guy across the screen. And then I think that's literally a Homer Simpson soundbite that is just being pitch shifted. I do like the way that they turn their heads to each other. Let's see what else is on this disc. Super Mansion. What's this all about? This looks like some Resident Evil type shit. Oh boy, look at this menu we're starting with. Story. All right, it's all in Japanese. Something 23, something 11. Yeah, yeah, they weren't lying about the quality assurance thing. You know, this is weird week. This is the theme of this week is weird. All the weird shit that was on the PS1. Thank God this demo disc is on theme. Okay, I can't skip any of this. Telling my kids this was shit. Honestly, I think I'd rather play this than fucking Shenmue. Is this like demo mode? Okay, I think he's yelling about the door being locked. Okay, there we go. I am now in control of this character. I doubt I'm going to get very far in this because I can't speak Japanese, but I found a key. Have you seen any black cars lately? Black cars, you say? The fuck, the fucking voice acting in Shenmue is, God, man, a lot of hot takes today, but just another series of games where I don't know why people like it. I don't know why people like it. It isn't not racist. Yeah. Hard to say. When the voices in that game are so fucking crazy, it doesn't even feel like they're doing specific accents or anything. It's just like non-voice actors just doing. It's like when I do voices, you know. No, I don't know anything about any sailors. You should go ask the people down at the forklift factory, or whatever this game is about. Hey, mister, you want to play soccer? I think people just like the fact that you could run around and talk to people in those games, but they're not. These games aren't fun. You can do like one thing a day, and God help you if you miss the time limit. 555 game.
Actually, I was out of a job, and I called a temporary agency. They asked on the phone if I'd like to play video games.
Revolutionary, because you can pick up stuff and look at it. Yeah.
Phone interview, and I came in for a training for a week, and passed the training and started in consumer service. How I see people breaking into the industry is like through consumer service or the test department. And what consumer service does is answer technical questions on the PlayStation, warranty and stuff like that.
I mean, I guess when you can do in-game gachapon, and it's like, look, I got an Amy figure from Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm gonna go play Super Hang On now. Is that what's in that game? Which I know obviously that's in the Yakuza games, but there was gambling simulator with the talking sim. Yeah. It's one of those where I can appreciate like on paper kind of what it was going for, but in its execution, it's a homework simulator is what it is. Seeing more people hanging out in the casinos in that game than actually doing the main story. Yeah. I have watched a full playthrough of that game before, and it's just like, oh boy.
If you have a problem with the PlayStation, you call up our 800 number and we'll help you out with it.
There's the crazy dancing guy who sells hot dogs. He's cool.
I actually started as a tester, and so I knew people who worked here at Sony, and I heard that they were.
Shenmue 3 made me sad because it was still using Shenmue mechanics and didn't upgrade to something more Yakuza-like, and also didn't finish the story, is what I heard. Is that game still ends on a to be continued, which like it took like 20 fucking years for that game to come out. And how dare they don't finish the story. Because that's the thing. Nothing happens in the first game. Genuinely. Like the first game, 8 parts. No thanks. No thank you. I'm good. I'm good. If you all want to go do your walk around and ask people about Pirates Simulator all your lives, hey, go for it. But no. But fuck off. Not a goddamn chance.
Openings here in consumer service. I'm a senior tip writer. Basically what I do is I write tips, hints, strategies, whatever for...
Oh, she's wearing Golden Knights merch.
Games.
30 years before that would be a thing.
Working some customer service, and from there I went into their test department after about a year.
I would like to get into game design or going into 3D animation.
What I'd like to do in the industry probably over time is do like produce or games, which like starting as like associate producer, assistant producer. Game design would be really good.
But personally, I wouldn't mind getting into the development side.
I haven't recognized any of these names. I'm curious
3-4 years ago with Dave Jaffe.
How many of these people did go on to like full careers in the industry?
Dave and I originally started.
Hopefully all of them.
One together. He went on to complete it. I peeled off and worked on Warhawk. My most recent project is Jetmoto, and I've been exec producing over Jetmoto 2 with Brian Wicklund. I'm somewhat prejudiced against producers who have never been through test, and there's not a lot of them. The testers are in a sense a test bed for the guys who've had the game for 2 months.
Yeah.
And those are the guys that really are the test of your audience. But for the real gamers, which the industry is getting bigger and bigger, and there are more and more real gamers out there, they want their games to give them
Jonathan Suda51 Smith.
I don't think the same person would do this. A tester's responsibility is to basically test the functionality of a game. For example, a product like Crash Bandicoot, their responsibility is to die at every location, test all the TNT crates for dying, test all collision, all the walls, barriers, get to the end of the level, collect all the little goodies, secrets, hints, stuff like that. So basically, they need to check everything. I mean, it's not just play it. Play it is...
Fuck yeah, Colony Wars! Oh my god, actual footage of a video game
you become exposed to
keep trying to tell people about.
You get more experience in a particular genre, in a particular mechanic, than people get in a lifetime.
I can't believe that. I can't believe that game showed up on one of these.
For a month straight. If you can do that,
I adore that game.
To play it regardless, I'd say then yeah, you can be a first-party tester.
That game was life-changing. That game was like the game that proved to me that the PlayStation was the future of video games.
Stressful, rewarding, and I love it. It's the greatest job in the world. More stressful. Awesome.
Tell me to buy a brand new car.
I can't believe they pay me for this.
I'm addicted to video games.
My job rocks!
That's chicks.
The job's absolutely wonderful.
I love this job.
Oh, I love it. It's fun.
I love my job. It's the least stressful job I've ever had.
It's excellent.
Lots of overtime, but lots of fun.
It's the bomb. Can't beat it.
This is the best job I've ever had.
So working here got me this game. I think the most that I like about my job is that I get to see games before my friends.
I like it a lot. Like it a lot.
Every one of those men is now a proud boy.
Start off temporary. Just call a temporary agency.
Well, if you want a job from me right now, I'd say just send me.
That's a joke. That's a joke. I'm sure that they're all totally nice and fine, and they all went on to be very successful and happy. Shocking lack of tested footage for Psygnosis' smash hit Spice World. Yeah, they do all have podcasts. Every one of those guys has interviewed Todd McFarlane. We're gonna skip the code archive because it's always just a bunch of cheat codes. Like, who cares? Whatever. Let's see what's in the bulletins section. Christmas edition. Underground Online. Oh, yeah, right. They have their thing about their website. All right, so you can get some footage from Final Fantasy VII and NFL Game Day 98. And follow the PlayStation truck. It's a Santa tracker, but for video games. All right, codes from the previous. We can just look those up. What have they added in the threads? Correction, it was supposed to be 16 chapters, revived it to 11, but 2 was chapters 3 through 6, and 3 was like 5 through 6. What? Sorry. Is Shenmue 3 a retelling of half of the events of Shenmue 2? If that's true, then that series is a bigger mess than I thought. That sounds broken. That's absolute insanity. He retconned it so the 2 wasn't 3. Oh God, I can't, man. See, that's you gotta sometimes you also gotta get creators pulled away from the thing they're making. Sometimes you gotta get them out of there. And he's not a Hideki Anno who at least can make something fucking crazy to look at to justify all the weird retconning shit. It's Shenmue. Yeah, milk more chapters though without saying it. Yeah. No, yeah. Unfortunate for the people who, are into that series. Like that's gotta be annoying. All right, so seeing a lot of the same stuff that we've seen in the other issues here. Those same mesh shorts still going for $25. Don't think he appreciates how much of a miracle it was that Shenmue 3 was allowed to have it. Yes. Yeah. No, exactly. Yeah. It feels like a totally squandered opportunity. More varsity jackets. Oh, there's actually less in this one than there was on the previous issue. All right, let's see what the comments have to say. The best part of engaging with anything, obviously, is the comment section. H. Barnes from Long Beach, California. At first, I thought it was going to be some sort of magazine and a couple of demos to mess around with. And says it turns out to be the best subscription-based gaming tool to date. But more accurately, it's some sort of magazine with a couple of demos to mess around with. You nailed it the first time there, Barnes. D. Baraba, nothing in this magazine sucks except waiting 3 months for the next. C. Rude Seal from Radford, Virginia. Finally, an in-depth magazine made by an actual game company. I think that speaks highly of Sony. I mean, does it speak highly of Sony, or is it does it speak of Sony wants to make money? C. Knowling from Caparis Cove, Texas. I really liked the code book, but it was a little hard to read. Can you guys fix that? This is not the same as the previous one. All these have been phrased slightly differently. Someone got the intern who actually writes these a thesaurus. M. Levy, Bastrop, LA, Louisiana. Another ask, another person begging. No more music videos. They're out of place in a video game magazine and take up space that could be better used on game-related subjects. Also, they get my VODs muted. So I agree with you, M. Levy. Although I will be looking up the codes for this and we will be watching any music videos that might be contained within. And then M. Scott from York, Pennsylvania. For once, someone has really given gamer what I want. This is how it should be done. Now, unfortunately, it's missing the sick in there, so I don't know if that's their typo on gamer or PlayStation Underground's. Either way, could have used a little bit of proofreading. All right, let's look at the sweepstakes winners. Congratulations to Jay Barrett, C. Paluni, and K. Sherman. You guys are the 3 grand prize winners of that really shitty speaker system we looked at last week. You poor souls. Anyway, 2 people won some NBA jerseys from a team that no longer exists. Jay Bass and B. Thum got autographed copies of NBA Shootout 97. They don't say autographed by who, so I'm gonna guess they got it signed by a couple of PAs. And then here are 30 people who now own shirts. Lots of New York people, lots of New York winners, lots of New York, lots of California. I guess I shouldn't be surprised with that. I saw Hawaii in there, which is kind of interesting. And then these are usually ads for the website. Yep, okay. All right. Overall, a decent disc. I don't think this is one of the better ones that we've looked at. But I do think that they will continue to get better as we go. But let's look up what's hidden on here. Volume 1, Issue 4. Cheats. Hey, Bar Quartz, welcome back, man. How's it going? All right, we have a couple of things here. Doesn't look like anything too interesting. Oh, but disc 2 has some fun stuff on it. All right, let's check this out. Okay. Hold triangle and circle. Press square rapidly. You've done the digging, here's the payoff. Press X for the details. The PlayStation shown above is a demo model, does not accurately depict the actual prize. Congratulations! You've uncovered the hidden PlayStation sweepstakes screen. 2 PlayStation game consoles were drawn on and autographed by Todd McFarlane during our interview with him. See it happening in the debriefing interview this issue. Oh, so you can win the games that he signed. Okay, all right. There's the all right. So how to enter and everything. All right. Honestly, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool that get a thing that is represented in the video that you just watched. Okay, we go to the event center. There is a Where Are They Now video. I wonder for whom the they are is.
As a video game expert, I like Desert Falcon on my Atari 7800 because it's got great graphics, animation, and sound. As a consumer, I like it because it costs under $20.
Desert Falcon's pretty, it's a cool game.
As a video game expert, I like it.
With that, excellent. One of the best videos we've seen. That was this one. I guess to show that that guy has been covering video games since the Atari 7800. So good for him. He's been covering video games for roughly 20-something years. That was amazing. All right. What else we got here? You're the second streamer on Dutch. I forgot. Yeah, it started as a bit, and then I decided to lean into it. Because that weird anomaly I found out when you Google Dutch angle, the site goes on an angle. Does it really? Does it actually? So help me, Bar, if I type this in and it gives me porn, if this is a prank. It actually goes on an angle. All right, Google. You survive one more day. It's win-win. Okay, we got some Jet Moto tips on here. If you want to know how to do something on Jet Moto. On Slick Rock Gorge, on the river section, as you're traveling the river, you'll see random things to do in Jet Moto. Actually, okay, a lot of tips about Jet Moto 2, as a matter of fact. Interesting. But more interesting than that, we got tips for Parappa the Rapper, baby! Including the Parappa Fun Code! During each of the levels in Parappa, if you hold the up button on the D-pad while playing the game, cool stuff will happen. Yeah, so yeah, there'd be different like little like effects and stuff that would play, just like little animations that had no bearing on the gameplay, but was just like a fun little thing that you could do. It's a good game. If you haven't played the original Parappa, go check out the original Parappa. Don't play the other ones. I mean, Jammerlammy is interesting, but it's the music is not good, and like the amount of like crazy button mashing and timing and stuff in that game is insane. And then Parappa the Rapper 2 is on PS2. We did play through it on stream. It is better than the original from like a gameplay perspective. Like it controls, like if the controls feel a little cleaner, you know, because it's on just better hardware with better sync on it. That said, the story is okay. Listen, you don't come to the Parappa games for the story necessarily, but in the first Parappa, the story is very straightforward. Parappa wants to impress Sunny, so he does a bunch of things to try to impress her. That's what all the levels are, all leading up to the big day of the big party, right? That's the story. Jammerlammy is she's trying to get to a gig, but she keeps getting interrupted by a bunch of screaming animals who demand that she does their job for them. And there's like 3 cuts every second. It is a fever dream, and that game gave me like a headache by the time I was done with it. Parappa 2 is just complete and total nonsense. Feels like it's the kind of game where if it was released today, people would accuse it of being developed by ChatGPT. Like the plot of the game is some random villain creates a super beam that turns other foods into spaghetti. And so Parappa and his friends go on a quest to stop him. Like that's the plot. That's the whole plot. It's weird. It's really weird. There's some funny stuff in there. But overall, I feel like the first Parappa is the best one in the series, and that's kind of the long and short of it, as far as I'm concerned. All right, so that's it for that disc. Oh no, I'm sorry. I missed one thing. Apparently there is we can get an image of new memory cards. There they are. Actually, we had one of these. I think we had the one on the left, the clear one. This was such a common thing for this era, for this generation and the one after. It was like the see-through plastic. Put a twist in your hardware. Check out the new color memory cards available for the PlayStation game console. With a choice of colors including red, green, and clear, they're all designed with the same high standards as the current gray memory card, and more importantly, they're really cool looking. Honestly, I'm a fan of the see-through plastic thing. Maybe not so much anymore, but at the time, I think it was cool to kind of like see what the thing was made out of. And still have no idea how any of it works. All right. That concludes that disc. So let's close things out by looking at disc 2 of this. You notice we didn't even bother looking in the vault. Like we didn't even bother looking at what games, what demos were included on the first disc. If it was never clear enough how much we weren't here for the demos. They always use this same animation though. They've been getting a lot of mileage out of this one. Let's blast the shit out of that guy who's just trying to do his job. Oh my God, a demo for Cardinal Sin. Jesus Christ. All right, demo for Crash 2. Demo for Frogger on the backlog. Ghost in the Shell is crazy because it's Ghost in the Shell, but kind of like by name only. The whole game is it's like a spider tank action game. I actually wanted to try it out. Nightmare Creatures video for Pandemonium 2 is on here. Well, okay, so there's honestly that's not a terrible collection of demos. There's a lot of stuff on here. Nightmare Creatures, another game on the backlog, and its sequel. Some clunky ass horror adventure games. They're kind of more action, but there's I think there's like some basic like find key card style, like gameplay stuff in there. Let's watch the video for Pandemonium 2. I bet this is going to be a fucking nightmare. These games are so visually unappealing. Just look at how garish and off-putting all of this is. Just a mess of textures and colors with really just like off character design. Okay, let's see what else. Okay, what's the hidden stuff on the disc? Okay, let's see. We got some tips for cool borders. Great. All right. And some codes for Red Asphalt, which was a racing combat game, I believe. Cool borders. Here we go. Okay. There are cooler things on here. All right, let's just get this out of the way. I'm going to have to edit it out of the fucking video. So, that's for future Tony. Circle, triangle, circle, square, circle. Here's a music video for Our Lady Peace. Formed in 1993, and within a year, fuck you if you don't want to read that. Well, thank you for that, Canada. Well, stupendous. Anyway, moving on to anything else. We got two more things on this disc here. Here we go. One of them is a video for Resident Evil 2. Let's see what this is all about. There might be like some old ass footage from like prototype version of this game in here. You hear evil. You see the evil. I mean, do we see the evil? The compression on this is pretty rough. I'm not sure I see anything. You can even feel the evil. I think that means it has DualShock support. just keep cutting back to that footage. Just stop! I can't take it. It's too much Resident Evil. I can barely survive the editing. Also, there's a crocodile. Jesus. That was a lot to take in. I think I've mentioned I've never played the original. I don't think I've ever touched the original RE2. Loved the remake. That remake from a few years ago is good game. Good video game. They made a really good video game. That is actually I will let you guys in on a little something. So for those of you who have been following for a while, the time of Extra Life is approaching, and I have not announced anything specifically yet, but it is sooner than you think. And one of the things that I've been thinking about is I'm always looking for ways to kind of like change up the show a little bit and change the flow a little bit. And, what can we do that'd be different? What are things that would maybe simplify some things? What are some ways that we can maybe streamline this whole thing a little bit better? And an idea that I have had for this year is something that we have actually never done on Extra Life is actually just play through a whole game. Like the whole thing is kind of built on this idea, it has been in the past, of this constantly rotating, set of guests every hour, different people coming in, changing the games up, always moving, always doing new stuff, always doing new things. And that's been fun. However, it leads to kind of a lot of chaos. It also leads to a lot of like resetting, as it were, kind of like resetting like the pace, reintroducing people. All right, here's the next thing that's going to happen, kind of a thing, and it kind of forces us to be on a schedule, a kind of a semi-loose schedule, but the sort of thing where we basically can never really get comfortable in a thing, right? Like it's always about ready to like spring into whatever the next activity is going to be. And that has positives and negatives. One of the positives is that, it does keep the energy up and make sure that we are always moving on to another thing as we get like even further and further and further into a 24-hour long stream. However, like I said, it also is exhausting. It is a lot to keep track of. And the idea that I had for this year is, what if we dedicated a block of Extra Life to just playing through a game? And I will say RE2 is one of the games on that list that I'm considering, because it's actually not that long. It's probably 6 to 8 hours, if you're playing on like having never touched it before, and then you can get through it pretty quickly on replays. And the idea of having an opportunity to just kind of like, hey, we're just going to like settle in and we're just going to just play through a whole fucking video game together as a group is the thing that we haven't explored before. So that is a thing that I am thinking of doing this year. Obviously, there'll still be other guests and we'll do more variety gaming stuff and everything. But I would like if at some point, maybe things like kind of like slowed down. We're going to hang out, we're all going to get cozy and not worry about who needs to move the fucking couch again. So there's a little preview of things that are in the works. All right. There's one last thing on this disc. And I don't know if this is going to be real or a joke or whatever, but there is a rejected ending to Twisted Metal. Sweet Tooth ending for Twisted Metal 1. At the time of production, the game's working title was High Octane. There was an ending for each playable character. They were not included in the release version. The producers decided they weren't good enough. What do you think?
Let the winner in.
Oh my, I think I've seen this. Interesting cut there. Look at these guys. Hello, sailor.
Congratulations. You have won my contest.
Look at this.
Welcome to my home.
Look at this.
As you know, Mr. K, you are now able to claim any prize you request.
I have seen this.
You just don't know. You don't know what it was like for me. And I, and you, and them. You don't know. Look, I'm
Good dialogue.
confused, Mr. Kane. You do understand, by winning High Octane, you are entitled to any request of any value. And yet, you asked me for this? Oh, man. Give me that. Give me! A paper bag? You can't be serious. Oh, man. Down! Down! You get down the street! You said it would be easy. Do you know what they did? Do you? Now it's my turn. It's my world. It's my word. It's my turn. It's my day. Boo.
What is happening?
Cuckoo. Young lady, I owe you a debt of gratitude. You are welcome to stay in my realm for as long as you desire.
What?
You guys are both sick. I'm getting out of here, and I'm taking your truck.
Good acting. Here's your last hot take of the night. They should have left that in the game. Well, there you go. That Twisted Metal ending was not okay. There you have it. A third night of old PS1 coverage, this time featuring VHS tapes. I don't know why I have seen that that Twisted Metal ending before, but I definitely have, and I wish I hadn't. I mean, honestly, it makes me curious if other endings, if they filmed other ones, you know, like if they went through the trouble of making that ending for Sweet Tooth, did they go and actually film other one? You know what? Fuck it. Let's just look. Lost endings. They do exist. Oh my God, they do exist. I'm to quote Santa Claus in that M&M's commercial, they do exist. Oh, that's Twisted Metal Black. Twisted Metal Lost Endings. What, are they on YouTube but like unlisted? Is that what this person did? No? Aha, we have a playlist. There are 12 altogether. Hey, you know what? Fuck it. I'm on vacation. I don't have to get up in the morning. Let's let's just check out the rest of these. We'll wrap up the evening with a bunch of things that didn't make it into the final game. I hope that they are all equally, if not more, baffling as the Sweet Tooth ending was. Here we go. Oh, these are widescreen. Let me take you here instead. There we go.
What was the prize you were requesting?
You know the deal, Calypso. I signed your contract. Let's get this over with.
Gentlemen, I'm not the one who kidnapped your girlfriend. But as promised, she is here, perfectly safe.
Bruce! Bruce! What's happening?
See? One big happy family. And just to show you how much I care, I've even done you the favor of bringing your real enemy directly to you.
What am I doing here? Oh my God. Thanks, Calypso. Oh, I told you before I was finished doing your hits for you.
You don't have to do this, man. You don't have to do this. I'm sorry about the girl, man. You don't have to do this.
Cross me again. It's over.
This fucking acting on every one of these motherfuckers.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Thanks, Calypso.
That was anticlimactic.
Oh my God.
As you are the winner of my contest, I can grant anything you ask for, young lady.
Cut the formalities. I want my prize. Now you pay up, Calypso.
No, they very... you can tell they filmed this on a different day because the wig has seemed to have changed ever so slightly. And until we see a wide shot, I am not convinced that all those extras in either the shirtless jean guys or the bikini women were able to be hired for a second day of shooting.
Strange. It says here, you are only asking for this. $1 million, as requested. Quite a paltry sum.
I needed the money.
You could have asked for anything. Still, you're the winner, and the money is your prize.
No, my prize is getting close enough to you to do this.
Reuse the footage from Sweet Tooth's ending. Literally the same footage.
I've been paid by the people of LA to take you out, Calypso.
Also, was she
if you really want to be an assassin, you should keep your eyes on your prey. Much better.
Wow, what a great ending for that character.
As you are the winner of this contest, I have agreed to grant any request you ask for. And yet, you've asked for nothing.
Well, I just... Well, actually, sir, I really wanted just another chance to drive.
My God, you killed everyone. You suddenly don't drive like a man who has nothing to gain. In the way you took out your own son. Oh, that was one of the best kills I've seen in the last 10 years. It's hard to believe you're really the father of that psychotic clown in the ice cream truck. Your driving skills are vastly superior. Come now, Mr. Kane.
It's crazy what Carrot Top looks like up
Soon.
close.
As you can probably tell, I'm going to pass along. I just wanted one more shot.
What if I told you there was no need to move on? No need to ever die?
What do you mean?
I have many abilities, Mr. Kane. Many powers.
You are a lucky man.
Well, just a second. I don't want this.
Please, Mr. Kane. What have you got to lose? Trust me.
No, don't do it. It's gonna be ironic.
Oh, that's strange. It tastes like...
Mr. Kane, the world is now your oyster. I need a driver. Someone to travel the world and search for new drivers for each year's competition. You'll never die. And you'll drive forever. What do you say, Mr. Kane?
Sounds good to me, baby.
It made him put on eyeshadow.
As winner of my competition, I shall grant you anything you request.
I'm starting to understand why they cut these from the game.
You've come asking for.
I already turned in my contract, Calypso.
The wig has been de-teased for this take.
South America. You were a commander for the Allied troops. What was that? 5 years ago?
4.5.
Michael Cera, what are you doing here? You're not even alive yet, I don't think.
Set things straight. An interesting request.
I lost them all. 25 good men. And I sent...
He's wearing one of those fucking like voice acted things where you go like fire, 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 and it shoots water out of the side. That's a slept in 2-day wig. Oh yeah.
And straight into an enemy trap. I want a second chance, Calypso. Word is, you can give me that.
I wonder if you really know what it means to go back in time. Really to go back.
Damn it, I don't need a lecture. I need to save my men. I need more time.
That is the first time this man has ever sworn in his life.
Give me what I want. Give me what I earned. I won.
Damn it, Calypso. In my opinion, it's the Jedi who are wrong. He sent him back to Vietnam?
God, he did it.
Commander, if you can hear me, we're heading into the forge. We'll keep you posted on what we find.
Oh no, he said South America, didn't he?
Stay out of the forge.
Yes, sir. Pulling back, sir.
Wait for me. You guys stay put. No.
Incredible.
As you well know, any prize you request will be yours.
Did you get a chance to read over my request?
I did. Here's your answer.
God,
Here is your future.
It's so fun. Sorry to interrupt it. It's so funny, like seeing things that are edited this way, where it is so painfully clear that like none of these people were ever in the same room at the same time together. Like they would have filmed all of Calypso's stuff in a single day. They would have done all that in a single shoot. And then the rest of these, they would have like filmed like at like probably like scheduled out maybe like a day or two or something for all these other actors to come in. And all you're just seeing them respond to sides being read off by a PA, like just off camera. Like it's so patently like obvious, like how these were kind of like cobbled together. There's a bunch of weird fucking ghost frames going on in this upload.
It will. Back to the wife you left behind. Back to the little girl you've never seen. Back to the world of the living.
Thank you, Calypso. Thank you, my God.
Back to life, back to reality.
What's happening?
You're being born again.
So, is this an unbirthing ending?
Thank you, Calypso. I feel great. I feel alive. I feel
betrayed.
What? No.
Don't. Please don't.
I giveth, and I taketh away. Try again next year, driver.
Calypso, no. Please don't.
What?
No! Ah!
I know if I ever got shot in the chest, I would just be mad. How was the whole idea of like the monkey's paw thing and everything, is that supposed to be an ironic twist? None of these have been. None of these. I guess the one where the guy was given eternal life to then just be like a slave for. Yeah, he made him young just to shoot him. Gotcha.
Congratulations. You have won my contest. Welcome to my home.
Greetings, Calypso.
As you well know, any prize you request will be yours.
Such a completely different day. Completely different day. Look how he looks here compared to...
Welcome to my home.
Greetings, Calypso.
As you well know, any prize you request...
It might even be a different actor for all I can tell.
Winner, and you are my prize. I want your soul.
No. No! It's not time! No! We made a deal!
There will be no deal this time.
No! It is not time! No! No! Ah!
It's that easy, huh?
Cut the formalities, Calypso.
How come no one else thought of that?
My prize. It's over.
I see you want my competition brought to an end. This is the prize you want in exchange for winning my contest?
That's right. No more dead bodies. No more unsafe streets. No more war. Your promise was and has been since the beginning of this unholy competition that the winner gets whatever he asks for. Whatever, Calypso.
This guy is doing his best De Niro.
Now, I hear you're a man of your word, so I expect...
Officer, I've given you no
his best classic De Niro.
Me. You are the winner.
Like mid-90s De Niro.
To respect your decision. Let it be recorded that on this night, December
we don't have enough. There's not enough light.
2005, Officer Carl Roberts.
Oh, it takes place in the future.
Granted a world free of the high-octane competition. Now, officer, drive out of this garage and enter a world free of the pain and suffering you claim my cause. This competition, my vision, shall be over for good.
This is a deleted scene from
you
Mandy.
Have my word.
Come play with us. Oh no.
Welcome to your new world, officer. Just as promised, it is free of the high-octane competition. And everything else. Enjoy!
God, I didn't realize we started watching Skinamarink. Well, I guess that was unfinished, so we have no idea what that was supposed to be.
As you well know, any prize you request will be yours.
Tell me you found it, Calypso. Tell me it's here.
I assume that they opened up the doors to the parking lot of a Cracker Barrel.
Back to him.
Why is it so important for you to keep the public in the dark? Would it be more fun to simply drop it on the 11 o'clock news and let the people go wild?
You know what you have there? That box contains information that's priceless. The world will never be able to know. And trust me, you let that box go, you'll never get out the front door of this hellhole. You saw what I did to that traitor in the sports car. I blew him away.
Believe me, Commander, I'm not the one in danger here. Just ask the precious strike team used to kill me if I didn't cooperate.
Well, the vocal filter is getting a little out of sync.
Jesus.
Yeah, so then you're gonna look over to your right and pretend you saw something scary. And then pretend that this car is mobile and not just a shell that we stuck a camera inside of, and that's your ending. These are terrible.
Mr. Ash, let's see what you've come asking for.
I've come to get back what's mine. Let's go, Black. It's time to come home.
Black? I don't understand.
It's not your place to understand.
He's taking home that Halloween decoration?
There are many things you will never fully understand.
Jonathan Frakes, what are you doing?
And you, Black. I granted you more power than I gave any other demon, and you left.
I need to take you back onto the set of Ripley's Believe It or Not. Or no. Or no, was it Fact or Fiction? Whatever one it was where they just made shit up.
Where are you going? No! What are you doing with Black? Back to the ground!
Yeah, just roll around like you're being sucked into a vase.
No!
Let's go, Black. The fires of hell need fuel.
Remember, this is for Twisted Metal. The goofy fucking car game. Like that's what this is for. Also, did the burn even go off? I didn't even hear it if it did.
Back to the ground!
All right, I set that off manually because I think you may have gotten scammed on that one. Apologies.
See what you've come asking for. This one, definitely one of the most interesting.
It did? Oh, okay. I straight up didn't hear it.
To tell you the truth, agents, it made a true believer out of me.
God, you've got it. You've actually got the box.
Well,
yeah, let's have two of the endings be about this fucking box. I don't know.
Japan West Flight 1745 en route to Paris, France. Marker bearing.
I was distracted by all the cinema.
Condition green, 70 miles visibility.
No way, man. She was looking at me. I was just... My God. What is that? What the hell is that? Andy, look at that. Some sort of weather balloon, maybe. It's not coming up on radar. No, I'm gonna have to call this one in. Hang on. Paris Tower, this is Pan West Flight 1745. We seem to have a situation here. It's some sort of craft. I think I want to report it to UF. Jesus! Pull up now!
That's a valuable piece of information you've got there. The commander competed valiantly and died trying to keep you from getting it.
Well, that's the U.S. government for you. People need to know about this stuff. Thanks, Calypso.
Wow, they didn't even have the opportunity to film like the other half of the conversations for that one.
Whoa, look at this place, dude. This is so cool.
Last one.
Check out all the babes.
That was excellent fighting.
Good, we saved the cool guys for the end.
Now, it's time for you both to be rewarded.
We started with Beavis and Butthead, we're ending with Beavis and Butthead.
You have requested nothing. You are aware, as victors of a high-octane competition, I shall grant anything you ask for.
Anything? You're pulling my chain. Stop, dude. They got guns. Well, so do we.
Well, what'll it be?
They're gonna order McDonald's or some.
Done.
Or they could just do the most obvious and callous.
Let's go, man. Let's go now.
This is so cool.
The ironic twist is that they then shot those guys. Well, what a shame that none of that made it into the final version of the game. And what a shame that I must say goodnight. Yeah, he didn't monkey paw why not monkey paw the guys who took all your ladies? I don't know. Maybe the monkey. Maybe those guys all then got like STIs or something. The monkey's paws. They became dads. You didn't think that they could get pregnant from just one time, but that's all it takes. Anyway. Yes, that is going to do it. Thank you for another evening of PS1 goodness and weirdness. The weirdness shall continue later this week. So nothing tomorrow. I'm going to enjoy a full day off tomorrow. And I will be back Thursday evening with a weird game sampler. So obviously Mr. Domino has run its course, and it is time to focus on all of the other crazy shit that was on the PS1. So we'll be starting at the usual time. It will be around 7 p.m. You know, even though I'm on vacation, I don't want to change things up for you guys who are kind of used to, you know, like what the streaming schedule has been. So we'll be firing that up around 7. I might start a little earlier, but we'll see. And yeah, I got a whole bunch of games that admittedly may stretch my interpretation of weird.
What an awesome and bizarre demo rabbit hole. Really been making my nights catching these.
Thank you very much, Baro. That's very kind of you. Thank you for the bits as well. My interpretation of weird as far as this week goes is less about just like, look how crazy and Japanese this game is, and more of look at how unique and different all these different games are. So there will definitely be some crazy ass Japan only stuff represented, but I am also looking at a couple of games that kind of defy genre, or no one ever made another game like it. So if that sounds fun to you, come back here Thursday night around 7 p.m. PST. And of course, in the Backlog Cabin Discord is where I keep y'all up to date on anything else going on, as well as, you know, random game shit. I have finished my journey. I have won your contest, and now it is time to claim my prize. The ability to raid another streamer who will then, in a monkey's paw twist, turn around and get me banned for some fully unrelated reason that has no logic whatsoever. Like I said, I will be back here Thursday night. Probably reset the angle back to 1. But we will dive into a whole bunch of wacky and weird shit on the PS1. It's going to be a very fun day. And yeah, between now and the next time I see you, have a wonderful evening, a great tomorrow, halfway through the week as of tomorrow morning. For those of you who have work this week, I am on vacation, so I'm going to enjoy my time. But for the rest of you all, please stay safe, stay sane, have fun. And I will catch you guys all in the next one. Adios. I pressed the wrong button. Goodbye.